Or we don't talk about it all year and then just give it Game of the Year.
All right. It's not out yet.
It should have won last year.
It's too bad that this is live right now because we should work. we should work a fake New Year's show where it's like 4 minutes and we're like, well, you know, I feel okay about Fortnite. It's like, yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay.
We'll just
thanks so much for joining us. That's the New Year's show. See everybody 2019.
And then literally shut it down, come back next week, and do the real one.
Commit to the bit.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's all right. Nobody's in the chat yet, so
Oh, don't.
Cool.
Regular sized Harambe is.
Harambe. Harambe.
I don't think you can.
Who-
That's
who-o?
not okay. I don't think that's okay.
No?
Oh, okay, can't
H-U-O.
say
Look.
that.
Look.
Can't say that.
My buddy Daquan said I could say it.
Whoa.
Well, if TSM's Daquan said it's cool,
Yeah.
then. Hey, Fix. Hey, everybody in the chat. How's it going?
What do you say?
Fix 21.
Fix 21. Yeah. Welcome to the Talking Reckless podcast. Once we start the show proper, it'll be obvious when we do. We won't look at chat too much. I glance over every now and again, but it's tough to keep an eye on chat and not bastardize the audio recording. But we'll check in during the breaks.
Yes. Talk to each other. Mingle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amongst yourselves, or when or fact check for us, because that's usually when I look over. I'm like, did anyone know?
Did anybody call it out on this bullshit yet?
about
Yeah.
Deadpool movies.
Deadpool.
Did we say
Laser
something
teleporting.
ridiculous about a Deadpool movie at one point?
Last week before last, we were trying to figure out. Swords out of the elbows. Yeah, Bryce was here.
Oh.
This was the
Yeah,
group.
I think it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we swapped.
That was Wolverine.
Yeah, but we were talking about Deadpool and Swords out of the.
Yes, Deadpool and Wolverine.
Luger
Okay.
has the plate, and it was a whole thing.
Cool.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I just air checked that podcast.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was it?
It was fantastic. Great work. Great work, everybody.
Good job, everyone.
Hey,
Great work.
fucking A.
I'd like
Yeah.
to thank you all for being so awesome.
There's a weird thing that's been happening with our shows for the last, I don't know, like 12 weeks or something, where they are all exactly 1 hour and 25 minutes, like almost perfectly. It's like hour 25:03, hour 24:48, hour 23:50. Like they are right fucking around an hour 25. I don't know what happened.
This one's going to be 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're
Yeah.
gonna
Buckle up.
let's rip the tarps off and back to the old 3-hour shows.
It's an hour
Let's
25
not.
of God of War, and then
Yes.
we'll spend the next hour 25 on everything else.
on Fortnite.
On
Honestly,
Fortnite.
I don't know
then-
how. I have no idea how we used to do those 3.5 hour shows.
Just like this. Just like we're doing right now.
No, I know, but
We'll cut it. Well, we just got to start. I'm just going to start including more of the bullshit, I think, is the problem.
Well, let's talk about Metal Gear
Okay.
for
oh
a
yeah,
while.
okay, we can get
Okay.
at least half an hour
Yeah.
of Metal Gear in every
Yeah,
episode.
if you can get half an hour of Metal Gear on an episode where there's no Metal Gear news.
You remember that part where Ocelot says, "Brother"?
And,
No.
more than enough.
Yeah, it's good. More than enough.
More than enough. 2 bullets?
Oh, that's
5
from
bullets?
1. I'm talking 4. I'm talking meet him right before and brother.
We can talk about all of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. More 6 bullets. More than enough.
I think we need to go back to the beginning.
6 bullets. Yeah.
Yeah.
Recount
So-
it from the very beginning. I have never played a
Okay.
Metal
So
Gear game.
to Shadow Moses
Oh,
Island.
hey, bunnies.
The fucking rabbits are just...
They're
falling out.
everywhere.
Distracting.
The reckless rabbits.
Reckless rabbits.
Yeah. I want to play through all the Metal Gears again at some point.
It's our scantily clad women that bring us drinks during
Yeah.
the podcast. The
Yeah.
reckless rabbits.
Legally, we can't call them bunnies. So. I totally want to play through all those Metal Gear games again, but I am afraid to play the first 2. But I'm afraid to play 2.
There's a leap in quality between 1 and 2.
Two's the
What?
best one.
Yeah, no, I totally I really like 2.
I would play Twin Snakes.
I feel like 2 is also maybe the hardest though.
Yeah,
I never beat it.
one is very hard. Also,
Some of those struts.
just like I don't want to fucking roller skate around and freeze all the bombs. And
I think 1 is hard in a how the fuck was I supposed to know how to do this way.
claw grip to get the gun out.
Whereas 2 is more hard in a okay, this game is difficult. I think if you went back and played 1 knowing how to beat 1, it's not that bad.
Yeah, and the Twin Snakes version is alright. It's only
better.
2 engines.
That's not what I played. I played the OG.
OG.
It was rough. I almost didn't play any of those games because that game was rough.
The voices are like rough in it too.
Yeah.
It's everything about that first game. Oh, it's tough.
Story checks out though.
Oh,
Holds
it's
up
so good.
real
It's
There's no HD remake coming out right away.
There must be,
There
right?
has to be.
What else was Konami going to do with the Metal Gear property? What, slot machines, I guess.
Fuck, I
but-
wish they'd release God of War the original trilogy on PlayStation 4.
Oh, that'd be so good.
Like real bad.
Yeah.
Then I'd know what I was streaming.
Yeah, the original God of Wars. I was thinking about those first 2 games. I was thinking about all those games, actually. I really wish I would have replayed 3 before coming into this one. Because there's some stuff they bring up where I'm like, I can't, like, what? Who is Kratos again?
Am I there
Is
yet?
he just a man? No.
Okay.
Is he just a man? Was he born a man and became a god?
Yes.
Or was he? Is he?
No, he was
he
a,
the
he was
son
a
of a-
regu- he
is
was
he
a
the son-
regular Spartan soldier. No parentage was ever mentioned in the original trilogy.
Because I have vivid memories of Zeus in 3 being like, my son. And who the fuck is he saying my son to?
It's everyone's Zeus.
Yeah, it's my
Yeah.
son.
Oh, okay.
He's
It's like a
human.
catch-all.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
everyone is my son. Okay.
Yeah.
So people can become gods.
Yeah, as far as I know, Kratos became the God of War by killing the God of War.
There must always.
But didn't
be.
he have to? How? Because it was giant Kratos fighting giant Ares.
Yeah, so I think he got like godly powers throughout
Okay.
the course of 1, the power to destroy the God of War, and then became by title the God of War
okay,
once
okay.
he killed the God of War.
So what game did he kill the God of War in?
1.
Didn't he also kill like 7 other
2.
gods in the first one? So shouldn't he be the god?
No,
of
I
almost
think
everything?
Yeah,
he
fuck.
only killed the God of War in the first one, and then killed the other 7 progressively through 2 and 3.
I thought there was that looky-loo at the very end, and he became the god of blank.
Gotta looky loose.
Gotta
Yeah.
look at these.
Gotta
Yeah.
Looky-loos,
eavesdroppers.
Unless I'm misremembering.
No,
that game.
three is when he murders
He kills
everyone.
a lot of gods in 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
three is when he literally goes through the pantheon. Is like,
Yeah.
okay, I got 13 gods
Yeah.
or whatever to kill. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Goes through all.
I'm gonna kill these 6, have sex with Aphrodite,
Nice.
be on my way.
The game has kind of grown up in a way where I don't think there will be a sex minigame in this new one.
No.
So,
That's not what I wanted to hear.
well, you know, we'll bring this show on. What do you say? We're talking about God of War here on Talking Reckless 223 on it's April the 30th, 2018. My name's Matt Eads. Best podcast boy is Kevin Byer.
Is that a good thing?
I don't know. I always see the best boy credited. What? That's
Yeah.
like a lighting thing, right?
No, I
like-
thought that's like
No,
get
it's
us
one of the
water and
grips. One of the grips
refreshments.
is the best boy grip, isn't it?
It's like when you scratch your dog behind the ears and say, "Who's the best podcast boy?"
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
all right.
Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm the best.
I shouldn't say best. There's a lot of great podcast boys around this table.
Boys.
Bryce Sinek is here.
Yeah.
How's it going?
Excellent. Happy Golden Week.
And to you,
Yeah.
Brandon Lynch.
It's like the like happy holiday, or like when they say like the holidays around Christmas that you don't know, and you're like, yes, happy. Every day's a happy.
Yeah. It's a week-long vacation in Japan. Started
right.
on the 29th.
Oh shit! Why?
Yeah.
What? Is that why Persona 4 Golden is called Persona 4 Golden?
Oh yeah, like tons of like the free mobile games are. It's Golden Week because it's the Emperor's birthday on the 29th, and
Okay.
it's Constitutional Day on the 3rd, Greenery Day the day after, and then Children's Day. So they lumped it all into a week, and all of Japan has it off.
What
It
is
is-
Greenery Day?
I don't know. I didn't look too deep into it.
420.
Japanese 420.
5-3. Yeah.
It is. It's never a surprise because I know it, but it is always jarring every now and then when someone says the emperor of somewhere and it's not in like a fictional context. Where I was like, all right, there's an actual emperor of Japan, and his birthday is the start of Golden Week.
I don't know if that's a thing.
There's a king, and it's King's Day, and where are Dutch people from?
Holland.
It's King's Day in Holland, or yeah, maybe Monday is King's Day. I don't know. It's a long weekend in Holland.
Sweet. Good for them.
There's just a couple weekends away. Eh?
Yeah.
I found out that Victoria Day is because of the Queen a couple days ago.
You didn't know that?
Yeah,
Our
that
emperor.
was great. Where we were talking about King's Day on one of Kevin's streams in the chat, and he's like, "Well, we don't have a Queen's Day."
Yeah, it's coming up.
Yeah, no, we totally do. I totally. What do we? God of War?
Yeah, the royal family. I think we
Oh,
were
it's a
talking
good
about.
royal family. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kratos, really the royal family of Greece.
And our hearts.
Yeah. Oh man, I love God of War so much. Bryce, when are you gonna play God of War?
Colin and I bought it 2 hours ago, so
Fucking A. Yes. Have you guys played the first ones?
I've played 1 and 2. I don't think I've played 3. That's where you're on the Titans and kind
Yeah,
of
it
doing
starts
the
when you're
things.
on the
Yeah,
Titan.
I
Yeah.
haven't done that one yet.
That's good.
You should really do a synopsis of 3, because the more I play through 4, the more I'm so fucking convinced that at some point they're gonna reference 3 in like a huge way.
I feel like I have a comfortable enough knowledge of 3 that will not be a problem.
I
feel like
thought
I don't need to.
I thought I did until we started talking about it, and then
And then you realize you didn't.
yeah.
Don't you just need to look up the kill list and then you got the synopsis for 3?
There's not a
Kind
lot of
of.
story. I think if you went
Yeah.
back and looked at the story of God of War 3, you'd be like, oh, nothing happened. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm
kind of.
overthinking this.
I am not clear on. So in 3, Kratos goes on a horrible rampage and kills all the gods of Greece,
Uh-huh.
and at the very end, it's kind of revealed that the ghost of the goddess Athena, because
Mm-hmm.
you accidentally kill her in 2, and she has been like helping you through 3.
Yep.
The mask comes off, and she's like, I tricked you into killing the god, so I could be the god, or
Yes.
or something.
I'm Athena now.
And then I don't know what happens. I think Kratos stabs himself. Is that he's like, oh yeah, ugh, and
he-
stabs himself with his sword.
Drags himself into the ocean. There's a big streak of blood
Yeah.
after the credits. Drop into the ocean because you think he's dead.
Well, yeah, it's left open.
I mean, he's
Well,
a god. How much?
I'm
How
pretty
easy
sure-
are they to kill?
And-
If
he-
Kratos has the strength to drag his bloody self into the ocean, I'm sure he has the strength to.
And he literally comes back from Hades in every single game, including that one.
That's the best part about death in God of War is it just like as soon as you die, you're just falling and like stuff your knife into a cliff of Hades and
yeah.
climb back out.
Every time, every single time. I think it's gonna be. I think this might be the Metal Gear 4 of God of War, where they're gonna flip the switch and just be like fan service. Here you go. Here you go. Remember all
Take
this
it all?
stuff? Remember all this? Yes, I'm
They got-
hoping.
I think this is the start of another trilogy. And so I think there's plenty of fan service to be had.
Okay,
maybe
yeah.
not right now.
2 games later, maybe.
Yeah.
It's so incredible. Like,
Yeah.
I am having problems seeing any of the faults with it.
The biggest thing with me is not only is it seems to be a fantastic version of the game they made, but that game and that genre is like my favorite game and genre. Like
Yeah.
it is a action adventure game that isn't too big. Like it is bigger than any God of War has been, but it's like I'm never like in all games I have that moment where I like look at the quest list or I look at the map and I'm like, oh, this is my life. If I want to do all this, this is my life. And there is like the perfect amount of side shit to do where it's like my quest list never gets more than like 3 side things long.
Yeah.
And, I'm like, and all those are fun. And then I'm like, oh, and then back.
favors.
Yeah, favors.
Kratos is doing favors
Yeah.
for people.
He's just complaining about his kids. Like, oh, we got to help this guy. He's like, why?
We're gonna go look for whatever he wants, right? No.
Yeah.
But if we find it, perhaps we will bring it back. Like, he's so fucking good. The relationship between Boy and Kratos is incredible.
The kid's like, are we going to help these people? He's like, no. He's like, well, then what are we doing exploring around here? He's like, for resources for our quest.
It's so like just the attention to detail in every little thing. Like, the game is kind of its landmass is joined by like waterways. You're going into a boat and kind of paddling from space to space. And on every single one of these boat trips, the Kratos will tell stories to the boy to like pass the time.
Yes.
And what keeps
It's another
Yeah.
it's another reckless rabbit.
the wildlife.
Yeah.
Get back in the house. And it's just like I've never heard a story repeat. If you like beach in the middle of a story, they'll be like, "Oh, we'll continue this later, boy."
Yeah.
And actually, there's a part where someone tries to tell a story on land, and he's like, "Oh, stories are for boats." It just the attention to detail, like the 2 dwarves,
Yeah.
your shopkeepers, Sindri and Brock, are probably the best characters ever.
Yeah. The Sindri specifically is hilarious and like I said, none of these characters are really comedy. Like they're not telling jokes. They're just really funny in the concept of they're living in a world where everyone's angry.
Yes, Kratos is the complete fucking no-sell on everything.
Yeah.
And
Which
it's-
some of the funniest points in that game have just been like when something funny happens and the camera will cut to him and it's just face of stone and anger.
There's so throughout the game, the dwarves are you're just kind of getting passive upgrades, like story beats. They'll be like, "Oh, here, let me get you your axe. Boom, here's 1 strength or whatever." But the way they set that up every single time is like, you'll bring them the axe because the 2 brothers don't like each other. Is what they're like. "Oh, you didn't let my brother work on your axe, did you? He's a piece of shit. Here, let me fix it." And he'll take the axe. Now I need total silence for this. And like he's setting this thing up, and he gets his hammer, and he just goes, "Dunk, okay, done." Every single every single time. It is the quickest little like dunk, okay, finished.
Yeah.
And it fucking kills me every single time.
That's great.
It's so good.
It's tough to. I don't want to go through all the times I've laughed
Yes,
because
I know,
Bryce is
I
about
know.
to play it, but it's real funny in a way I didn't think that game would be sometimes.
Yeah, it's very good, and the attention to detail is incredible. Almost So like your shopkeepers, no matter which area of the world you're in, the shop is kind of right there because like you don't want to have to fucking travel back to the shop every time. It's a very good quality of life thing. But like they have a written in story reason they go through as to why the shop is always ahead of you, and Kratos is constantly like, how did you beat us here?
We just went through like 5 hours of gameplay getting this thing so we could travel to another realm, and then we get there and the dwarf's just like fucking sitting there at his shop.
It took you long enough.
How did you beat us here?
And it's just, oh man, every little thing, like the one camera shot thing is incredible. You're going in and out of the cutscenes, and
it's like I don't notice it until they'll do something where I'm like, oh, you had to do that to keep it one camera shot. That's cool.
Yeah,
but it's not like it's not annoying me in a way where it's just like, oh, this you handcuffed yourself by having to do this one camera thing, and now this game doesn't look as good as it could.
Yeah,
like it is, like even the way they hide loads and the way they deal with fast travel is all dealt with in a way where it's like, oh, the screen never goes black.
Yep.
And it never cuts to something else, and
it makes it feel like it makes all those QuickTime events, which there aren't really any. There's a couple simple ones of like press R1 to attack is basically as in depth as it gets.
Mash
now.
circle.
Yeah, but it makes all those QuickTime events like it doesn't make them feel like QuickTime events. So you're just playing the game. Whereas before it was like, okay, now I'm in a cutscene. Like I got to be ready to hit these face buttons because I know it's coming. And now you're just in and out of cutscenes all the time, and it's seamless in a way. If I was never told there was only one camera shot, I probably would have never known.
There's a fight early on in that game against well, it's early enough that it's not really a spoiler, but it seems like probably the first god.
Yeah. They call him Baldur.
Yes. They call him the Stranger for a very long time.
It's not. If you explore the Lake of Nine for 20 hours, it's a long time.
Yeah.
But it's
That's
like
true.
one story mission. They're like, Baldur was here. You're like, oh.
And it is shot in a way where it's this one-on-one fight, and he is doing really cinematic moves to you, and it's almost like a QuickTime event, but you need to know when to, like, he comes like right in your face and nothing pops up, and then you hit like parry and you like whip your shield out and it hits him, and it's like a QuickTime event in its cinematic display, but you need to know what buttons you're pressing. They're not appearing on the screen in a really cool way.
Yeah, it's I cannot say enough good stuff about it. We should all play it, and we should all do a spoiler cast.
Yes.
That said, I will not be done that game, I suspect, for a very long time.
I know. I keep like putting hours into that game and being like, I wonder if I'm almost done. And then I look at my like completed story missions, and I'm like, oh no, I've done 3 story missions. There's probably not. There's probably a lot left.
It's even like the side stuff is also like none of it feels throwaway. In a lot of people compare this game to Horizon because they're very similar in structure and
the thing that
kind of thing.
A lot of people are calling it an open world game, and it's not really an open world game. It is one like it's a big hub that you can spend a lot of time in. It's not huge by any stretch. It's a big lake, and the rest are like branches with ends to them that are fairly linear. Like there are definitely like little ways that you can kind of go around, but it's not like this huge open world. You can't go from this branch to this branch by going around. Like it's like you have to. Okay. Yeah, it's almost like it's a Metroidvania kind of game where it's like you can go back to these specific areas and get new stuff.
Like you're gonna see a door with a yellow lock or whatever, and it's like I need something to open this. Like okay, I'll come back when I get the yellow key.
Right.
Basically,
it's like branching, not open. Then I guess.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. And because it is kind of tighter, like every area feels super significant, and all the favors have incredible writing and like nothing feels throwaway, like I say. Whereas I felt like in Horizon sometimes you were like, I need 11 whatevers for my family, and then you get it and it comes back. It's like, okay, thanks, see ya.
Never happened in Horizon at all.
11 whatevers.
Go kill 4 of these dinosaurs, please, because they murdered my family. You're like, okay, sure.
It's the game of the year you're talking about there.
Yeah,
that's right. Just kidding.
One of the games of the year.
One of the 5.
The side stuff is all very, very good.
Well, they only have to write half the conversation. Otherwise, just Kratos being Kratos.
No, that's part of the brilliance. In the same way that I liked the Punished Snake, Venom Snake didn't talk all that much. I like that Kratos doesn't talk all that much.
Yeah, main character should be mute.
He just like, it's so well done the way he straddles the line between clearly caring for this kid and my God, is this kid just the bane of his existence? The fact that he has to be on this adventure with him is just painful for him.
It's so even the fucking like boy Reed makes me laugh every single fucking time.
Like the first story he told me when we got in the boat was like the tortoise and the hare story, and he's like, "Yes, I know stories. There was a tortoise and a hare. The hare lost to the tortoise because the tortoise is slow and steady."
That wasn't a very good
And
story.
then the kid's like, "You don't tell a lot of stories, do you?" He's like, "No."
Oh man, can't say enough. Can't say enough. I wonder if there's gonna be any DLC. I was thinking about
Of course,
story
there will
DLC.
be.
Yeah, they never have in God of War history.
I mean, it's almost like if you did story DLC, it would have to be story DLC that you were expected to complete if they're going to tie it in with a God of War 2, right?
Yeah, maybe it's like a side thing of
Yeah.
like this thing happens in the next game and here's how it gets set up, but you don't need. I don't know.
Sure.
You could work it
I
out.
remember like Mass Effect, like another story heavy game. It was always like if you didn't play that DLC between 2 and 3, things would happen in 3 where you're like, "You expect me to know this?"
I never played Shadow Broker.
Oh, it was the best one.
I know.
It is maybe
I
the best
know.
Mass Effect in that whole trilogy.
That's my. I should go back. That's my biggest. That's
Shame-
my gaming
shameful
shame.
secret?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my darkest secret. Is I never played Shadow Broker.
The DLC for Shadow Broker is awesome in its like Mass Effectness, but then at the very end you get access to the Shadow Broker's lair, where there is just files and files of like codec information that is usually very funny on characters.
I do love reading code. Or they were voiced in Mass Effect, weren't they? Some of them were.
Yeah, some of them were.
I think most of them were.
Yeah, there was like a Siri kind of voice kind
Yeah.
of thing saying
It
stuff.
was like a man's voice. I think.
I really like that game.
Mass Effect or God of War.
God of
Both?
War. I like both.
Yeah, so do I. We'll have a lot more. We'll do an in-depth. It'll be a spoiler-filled discussion where everyone who's played it can come hang out and we'll do a real deep dive on it.
Also, I will say my favorite combat since Batman.
Because it is Batman combat.
It's
not-
more like The Witcher.
Yeah, it's a little bit more like the or Assassin's Creed.
that new Assassin's Creed. Yeah, it's like every game now,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah, but I really like just the options it gives you. Like I love throwing my axe at someone's legs and then they fall over, and then by the time while they're on the ground, didn't know that you could do that, eh?
Nope.
You can trip guys with your axe. There's a labor for it. And then as they're like getting up, I'll just have my kid shoot arrows at them to slow them down, and then there's an unlock you can get where you just hold the power move, and it's like this like adjust your grip,
Oh,
plant
yeah.
your
Yeah,
feet,
I have
and
that
just
one.
overhand swing. And I've done that to a lot of people.
I was sort of bouncing off that combat a bit until I found the second weapon, and I was like, okay, I sort of have a little bit more option now.
See, that
Like, the
excites me because I
yeah.
still only have the axe, and I feel like the third time I sat down to play for it, something clicked in my head where all of a sudden I like understood how to do a whole one of those fights without getting hit.
Can you block if someone attacks you from behind and you're holding block? Do you block them or do you have to turn?
No,
and
I do
face them?
turn and block.
Okay, I always.
But
fuck
I have
up.
the timing of that really down pat now, where when that thing lights up red, it's almost like a
Spin.
like a one Mississippi spin block. Like
Wow, it's
Yeah.
behind the back.
you have the projectile launcher backer.
Yeah, always.
Oh,
I've played
that's
God of War games
unbelievable.
before I need
Yeah.
that thing.
That's right.
What was I gonna say? I totally forget. Oh, the powers. There are a shitload of unique powers in this one too, where every talisman is like its own different spin on an ability.
And again, granted, I'm still early, but it feels like my inventory and my skills are not flooding me in a way where I'm like, I don't even know anymore. I'm going to ignore all this shit because I don't know what it does. Like everything in my inventory, I'm keeping an eye on, and I know, okay, once I get 2 more of these, I can upgrade a ruin with my ruin dust.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And,
I have no idea about any of that.
No.
I
It's
just
like-
I scan the list every time. I'm like, can I upgrade it? No. Okay, let's keep going.
I'm trying to get a whole bunch more, kill a whole bunch more of those ancients, so I get that ancient armor.
Yeah, those guys. Oh yeah, I have that quest. I think I have to go to one the the fire world.
Oh yes,
I don't know what it's called. Fireheim.
Fireheim. Yeah,
Lit-
Helheim.
Litheim.
Yeah.
No, Helheim is the underworld.
Is there
think.
actually a Helheim?
I've seen Thor. I think there's probably a Helheim.
Yeah.
That's Helheim.
Hell, is it Helheim?
For sure there. No,
One
yeah,
L.
for sure there is.
Yeah.
I've spun because
There's Hellwalkers, so I
yeah,
believe you.
I've seen the world map. You get to a point where it's like here's the realms, and
Yeah.
you can kind of go through them, and there is a Helheim.
Helheim, Niflheim, Sniffleheim, Whiffleheim. Just keeps going.
Jotunheim is
Niflheim.
one.
Jotunheim
right?
is one. Jotunheim is spelled very different than I thought it was.
with a J.
It's like Jotunheim.
yeah.
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 I thought it was Yoden, like Yoda.
Yeah, yeah. Y-O, Din.
Do you think you go to all those realms? I don't think you go to all those realms in the first game. You do?
Oh yeah, I
Every single
totally
one?
think so. Yeah,
Oh,
100%.
shit.
But I
That's
think
what-
some of them, some of them are optional because I'm finding pieces of keys just out in the world.
Yeah.
I'm exploring. It's like, oh, I found one of 4 pieces of the key to this place.
Right.
I'm like, oh, weird.
Yeah, there can't be like serious story stuff locked up behind there. You wouldn't think.
Yeah, like some of the side stuff is serious story
Yeah, some of the side
so,
stuff is very good. So
it's great. It's so good. That's all I gotta say.
You guys are disappointing me.
I really would like you to. I know you.
No, it's
I know you won't like it,
it's,
but
you're kind of selling me on it.
fucking
So-
hell, fucking hell. I was gonna. The thing I think you would struggle with is the combat. How did you enjoy the Witcher combat? I know you played 500 hours of it.
it is better than the Witcher combat.
I agree.
In every way.
I totally- 100% agree.
I played Witcher on the easiest difficulty.
Yeah. Okay.
So
you can do that same thing with this.
And actually, this game is fantastic. It's not about being a super hard game anymore. Where like if you get the boss down to half health and then you die, you just start in the bosses at half health and you're at full health. Like you just pick up kind of where you
really?
left off sometimes. Yeah, there are distinct
That is
checkpoints.
weird. I don't think I've actually died in that game.
Oh, I die lots. I suck.
Because I always have a revive stone. You can get like an item that when you die, you
Boy
pop it and the
puts
boy
an
comes
adrenaline
up.
needle in, literally puts a needle in your heart.
Yeah, like puts a stone over you and like stabs you through it with the knife. But I don't think so. That's happened to me a few times. But then every time that happens to me, I just go back and buy another stone. And I have never died when I did not have a stone.
Are you running from encounters? Like I am getting into encounters where it's like, oh, this guy's level 6 and I'm level 1, and
Yes.
he one shot.
Yes, but I haven't run into anyone that is way outside my level except for at the tears.
That is what's happened to me too.
Yeah, so I open a tear and like 2 guys with purple. The health bar above shows how strong they are in relation to your current level. So if you see someone with a purple health bar, you're like, oh shit, that guy's gonna fuck me up. And I've run away from those guys.
So
Especially because there's like 3 people.
Is there like experience? Like you kill these things that are higher level than you and you get
no
mad level ups?
There is experience.
There is experience, but it's like currency that you spend on like skills and stuff.
Okay.
What you really do is you upgrade your armor, and then that upgrades a level that your character has. So it's like once you have a level 3 axe and level 3 shoulder pads and level 3 pants, then you're level 3.
Yeah.
And
There's literally like
a little
6 or
meter.
7 stats.
Yeah.
And your gear is making your stats better, and as the stats get better, the level meter's going up.
Yeah.
And
Max
like
that eye level.
they set up some real late game shit because some of those perks are like you need 250 of this stat, and I've been playing for close to 15 or 16 hours, and I have 4 of the stat that I need.
Yeah.
Where do you get luck?
I have a decent amount of luck. I have no runic.
I'm pretty good on everything, and I have like 4 luck.
Yeah. Like, I don't think you need that much luck.
What does it even do? Just
It,
more shit.
it make like all the things where it says you have a moderate chance of this perk popping.
Oh,
It makes those happen more often,
Okay,
and
okay.
it drops more hack silver, which is your
Hack silver,
which
yeah.
is your not experience currency.
Getting a lot of hack silver, a lot of soft Svardin steel or whatever.
Yeah,
and
got to get all that Svarden steel.
yeah, that's probably not the right word, but fantastic game. Yeah. Who has other video games that they like?
I like video games.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Prove it.
I'm just gonna have to show my cred right here.
It's like that
Pull out my
lady,
video game card.
Yeah, that lady's like, I like podcasts. And we're like, oh yeah, which ones? The ones on the internet.
Did that
Where they
happen?
all live.
Yeah, at that bar. I was the one who was like, oh, which podcast? And he was like, what are you like checking her podcast? What are you?
Oh yeah, that's
I was
right.
just making small talk.
We did call you out
being
on it.
like, oh, I don't know, maybe we got some podcasts in common. But
No, didn't she? I think she said she liked those crime podcasts. Is what she was listening to.
yeah, that sounds
About
right.
true
Liar
crime
City,
stuff,
maybe.
yeah,
Maybe
I
that's
don't
why
know.
I started.
Were you
listening to
drunk
Liar
when
City.
this happened?
It's possible.
Yeah, probably
Better than a 50-50 chance, I'd say.
at the bar. Absolutely.
Just in life.
Yeah.
Odds are. You catch me
I,
before noon.
I finished Subnautica
Oh yeah.
Shit.
on the stream.
Which so on your Thursday stream, we
Yeah.
got started up. Finale's all we're getting ready to barrel to the finale. I left it about an hour, and you had just sunk your first sub. Lost the first sub of the game.
Yeah, the
1 hour into the show.
the Danglops went down.
Oh no.
But you know, it was for the best.
Should have honked the horn.
Not really. Actually, apparently that's what drew all the attention to
Should
me.
have honked the horn. You didn't honk. The sub is being attacked by one huge.
No, there was 2.
Was there 2?
Yeah.
Two huge like the giant sea monsters.
Ghost
Monsters?
Leviathans.
Yeah, and Kevin's just like, I better just repair the damage. And no, honk the horn. Like nothing. Didn't honk, died.
Scare him away.
Exactly.
cool.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
No, we started the stream and I was adamant that we were going to finish this week, and chat started telling me that, no, I think you're a little bit farther than you think you are. And I'm like,
You
oh,
said, fuck you,
shit.
chat.
Well, we kept going, and we got more and more story stuff done. And one of the story beats at the end of the game is this kind of doesn't really spoil anything. I'll keep it vague. But you have to go and find these 5 things that you've probably passed 100 times in the course of the game.
Okay.
And have had absolutely no reason to pick them up until this point.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Actually, yeah. Okay.
So
Makes
it's
a lot of
like
sense.
that was really frustrating because I'm like, okay, well, I don't know where any of this stuff is.
Yeah.
Uh,
I already could have picked it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we spent like an hour just aimlessly wandering around the map looking for stuff. We found one of them naturally, and then I realized we were playing a video game. So the answer to the problem was probably at the place that we were before.
Sure.
And turns out it was.
There you go.
There was this one area with 4 portals that we had activated, and there was 5 things we had to find. So each of the 4 portals, as soon as you exit the portal, there's the thing right there.
Oh, shit.
And the 5th one was in the zone
With the 4 portals.
that we needed to bring all these 5 things to.
Gotcha.
So once I realized I was playing a video game, it kind of made sense.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah. Well, you overthink it, right? You're like,
Oh shit! I'm not in the Subnautica at all.
yeah, I was playing in VR. Who would have known? But no, it was good. And then we kept having to build things to get ourselves off the planet, which is obviously the end goal of the game. You find that out really early in the game, like the first 2 minutes. So we keep building the things we need, and as we're building, we're like, fuck, we're missing 1 thing. Like, we needed 3 nickel to build this thing, we had 2.
Yeah.
We needed 3 rubies to build this thing, we had 2. So we kept having to go back to the place that had this stuff in it, harvest it, go back, build the thing, get to the next thing in the chain, and be like, oh fuck, we need something for this too. So there was a lot of going back and forth to search for resources that we actually ended up. I had a massive room filled with all of our loot that we had acquired over the course of the game. By the end of it, it was almost all completely empty.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ooh. Did
Good thing you had a loot room.
I know.
what happened when you lost the Danglops? Like, did that set you back? It's just like, oh, I'll just build another Danglops. Whatever.
I did end up having to build another one.
Okay.
Because one of the things you need to build the ship to get off the planet, you can only build inside the Danglops, or
shit.
the Cyclops, as it were. But
I've never seen one called a Cyclops. I don't know what you're talking about.
there was a really great moment at and one of the viewers, Hima, clipped it. So if you're ever in our chat and you see her there, get her to post it. But you build a launch platform to put this spaceship on, and I was building the second Cyclops because I needed to.
Danglops.
And the way that
Danglops.
the way that the game works is when you build a vehicle, it starts in the air, and then as it finishes building, it drops into the water.
Okay.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's really cool
That
when
seems neat.
when you watch it, but the way it set it up was it dropped the Cyclops directly onto the launch platform, so it
Shit.
looked like the entire ship was falling into the water.
Fuck.
Oh, that would have been so good.
Someone gonna get fired for that.
I wanted that so bad.
Oh, I almost lost it when that happened.
Perfect. Perfect. Start the game over.
shut
We
it down.
fucking blew up 2 Danglops.
That was just was that a glitch or was
No,
that,
it was intentional, obviously.
good.
But
Everything was okay, right? It just kind of rolled off there and was fine.
we had to get inside and like move it back. But there was a moment where, because the hatch to get inside was kind of pressed up right against the launch platform, so I was worried that we wouldn't actually be able to get inside it.
Fuck.
Did at any
Go
point
through a window.
did the Danglops flood and you like close the bulkhead doors on either side to contain? Like, can you have one flooded section of the sub and that's it?
Maybe.
Because I think in the base you could. You were building like these like ceiling bulkhead doors.
Yeah, you could build bulkhead doors in the base. Yeah.
I always wanted to see that happen. I mean, but with your stream, it was kind of like, well, either the whole sub is flooding or none of it's flooding. So
So you build bulkhead doors and keep your boat afloat, even though some of it is flooded.
that's what I am
Theoretically,
thinking.
yeah.
If like a certain part got breached, you could close the doors, and that part would flood, but the rest would be okay. Maybe.
Like the Titanic. Except the
With the
Titanic
bulkhead
was
doors.
not okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after we built everything up and I was going triumphantly up the elevator to get into the cockpit of this spaceship that I had just built. And I was, congratulating myself, thanking everybody for joining the stream. We're
NASA
finished. This
throwing
is
their
it.
papers up in
Yeah.
the air.
Confetti, fireworks going off. Everybody was happy, cheering. And we get into the cockpit and go to sit down, and it's like, you forgot to do something else. Came up with a little message that said,
You need the gas.
yeah, it's like, oh, you remember that thing that it told you to do like 25 hours ago? You forgot to do that.
NASA just quietly starts picking up their papers.
It's like, all right, load the confetti back in the launchers. We'll try this again in 20 minutes. But yeah, there was a lot of there's a lot of situations in that stream where it's like, if everything would have went according to plan, we probably could have been finished in 2 hours, but it took us 4.
It's better stream time.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
that's
there you go.
It's a
the
boring
whole
show
episode,
when it all
yeah.
goes right.
It's about the journey.
Yeah, that's right. So now I'm stuck at trying to figure out what to play next.
Dark Souls 3 is a hell of a game.
You're already playing that.
I'm almost done, so you can pick up the map.
Yeah?
We always need a Dark Souls playthrough going.
Okay.
Specifically Dark Souls 3, so I'll finish and you start. Well, let's do rolling. You start and I'll wrap up.
Well, I've been
next
watching
week.
a lot of your streams, so I already know how to do all the bosses.
Well, yeah, you've
so-
learned a lot. Professional level play, obviously.
And then I can take the Subnautica stream,
Nice.
start that one,
Yeah.
and we can just keep all the same streams going as usual.
Yeah, that's right.
Seeing the end of that game, I think Subnautica is dope. I think Subnautica
yeah.
is very cool. There is
I can't wait.
there's some good story stuff in there towards the end that
Oh, yeah.
constantly surprised me.
Super cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I have absolutely no idea what to play next.
And you don't want to play something that's going to be 10 million hours. You don't want to play Pillars of Eternity.
No, I do not want to play Pillars of Eternity on stream. That would be painful for everyone involved.
I don't know. We'll have to do some thinking.
Somebody suggested, and I actually kind of like the suggestion, but I don't know if I say it, because if I say it and then I
people
don't
want
play
it?
it, then
No.
people will
You
be
gotta do
like,
it.
you're an asshole.
Was it another survival game?
No,
Okay. I have no idea what it is then.
I'm just going to say it.
Do it.
Committed.
Wait.
Knights of the Old Republic.
Committed!
Oh,
One?
Yeah,
shit.
because I've never played it.
It's pretty good.
It's probably like 10 hours, so a couple weeks.
I think it took me like 40 when
Oh,
I played it
all right.
last year.
Cut.
Nix that.
Yeah,
a
that's-
little long.
I think it was like 30 to 35, and that was kind of knowing the beats.
Yeah,
'Cause
knowing what to do.
I've played it like
Shit.
8 or 9 times.
Yeah, but I mean, I know the twist, right? Does that make it so that you
Do you know
don't
the
care?
twist? I think
Yeah.
you think you know the twist.
No, I know the twist.
I think you know the twist for 2. Is what do you? This game is over 15 years old. What do you think the twist is?
You are Revan.
Is that the twist for 2?
No, that's the twist for 1.
Yeah.
Now that we got that all
Yeah,
sorted
that is.
out.
Yeah, you are
Yeah.
Revan. Yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean,
So I don't know. It's like
it's still very good.
Yeah, I
that
don't
is
know.
certainly the shoe dropping at one point, but the choices you make with that knowledge are all the more interesting.
yeah,
But it might be too long for you.
yeah. I don't know. It's
Word.
it's a tough decision. So I don't know.
World of Warcraft.
I'll I actually watched the speed run immediately after I finished streaming yesterday, but
Of
a couple days ago.
of Subnautica.
Yeah.
How long?
The one that I watched, which wasn't the world record, was 47 minutes.
Like, is this glitchless?
It was glitch.
Okay,
But the glitchless world record is currently like an hour 36.
that's fast.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the runtime on that game for a normie?
It took me like 35 to 40 hours, somewhere in there.
Holy pistols!
It's like a lot of like casually kind of exploring this ocean, looking for materials and stuff. Though.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're like, okay, I know exactly. Like,
But I won't.
I gotta go.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah,
and,
it
That's
is
why
a
I'm
fixed
asking,
map,
yeah.
right? So
Oh,
But
really?
if, yeah.
yeah,
Aw.
no RNG at all apparently.
Rumor has it your starting pod, like the crash pod that you land in, can actually land in different spots of the one zone, the safe shallows area. So you won't start in the exact same spot that everyone will. I don't know if that's actually true, but
Yeah, because
Speedrunners would know.
you and I started in the same spot for sure.
Did
like,
we?
Yeah, your area is identical to mine.
yeah. So maybe that's just bullshit. And
It could be. We
and
could have
not
just
true.
rolled the same or whatever.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch the glitchless speedrun and see how it's done. Maybe that's what we'll do next week. Is
Try and beat the
Try
world
and
record for
beat-
Well,
Subnautica.
we're not gonna beat the world record.
We
That's
could-
not gonna happen.
Honestly, all of us could hold a world record. It is
yeah.
not that hard to just have
Find
a
yourself a
world record.
garbage game.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
They find a game that there's no speedrun for, play it, boom, done.
Or be like the Donkey Kong guy and just play on an emulator
fake it.
and lie to everyone the whole entire time.
Billy Mitchell?
Yeah.
He allegedly lying, sir. The tape is not MAME. All right. He wishes he could show us everything he had, and he will. And he will.
So you just gotta find that tape.
It takes time.
Yeah,
He's just.
just-
I should pull this statement that. Did you hear
Oh yeah.
how it wrapped up? It is the most.
I've followed the Billy Mitchell saga.
It is the most wrestling like.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, brother. The tape's not MAME. Shit that I've ever heard in my life.
It's weird that something like this has happened in video games with like the only big personality in like like the biggest personality in like score-based gaming,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, I always knew about Billy Mitchell because I watched that documentary.
Yeah.
And if this had happened to anyone else, I'd be like, oh, weird.
Was that?
But because it
the
was
King
Billy
of
Mitchell,
Kong?
King
Yeah.
of Kong,
Exactly.
But because it was
I've seen
Billy
that one.
Mitchell and I knew exactly who it was and I could put a face to the name,
Such
I was
a
like,
shit.
oh, that fucking weird dude's been cheating.
Oh man! For anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, Billy Mitchell he is the first person to play a perfect game of Pac-Man, which I believe.
Allegedly.
Well, no, I think that one is like there is a perfect game of Pac-Man. There's a formula.
But
that-
if he didn't play it on an official
Then maybe he's not the first person.
the
arcade
tape,
machine,
was the tape MAME. He played perfect game of Pac-Man and was also supposed to be the first person to get 1,000,000 points in Donkey Kong. I think
yeah.
is what it is.
Yes.
And then recently, I don't know how it all came about. People started kind of examining the footage that he submitted and went, "Hang on, this looks fake for various reasons. It's clearly on an emulator." And Billy Mitchell immediately. Well, it's even in King of Kong where like because don't they call him out of like show up to this cabinet, let's
Yeah.
do it for real,
And he never did.
and he never shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he's breaking into
That's not my style.
He's
It's not his
breaking
style.
into fucking Steve Weeby's garage to be like, is this real? And like
He is. He is.
he literally
is,
did break into the garage.
Yeah.
He is
so fucking
pro-
stupid.
Rumor has it that he sabotaged his machine's motherboard as well.
Steve
Yeah.
Weeby's. Yeah,
Yeah.
I believe that.
I want to know what Steve Weeby has to say about all this.
I hope he just stays. I like that he's like, because he hasn't said anything, he is our good guy that we all cling to. Like, come on,
Yeah.
Steve, you're the
Yeah.
man now.
Yeah, don't open your mouth and prove yourself a villain.
Yeah, exactly. Anyways, they figured out the tape might be fake. Billy Mitchell put out this ridiculous statement that might as well have been off like Monday Night Raw, being like, I can't tell you if the tape is fake, but I'll tell you something, brother. Like this whole thing. And he has had his Guinness World Records revoked.
Ooh.
He Twin Galaxies has taken him off the leaderboards. Like he is... Bryce, if you and I today go and find an official Donkey Kong cabinet and play a game and log a high score, you and I have beat Billy Mitchell at Donkey Kong.
Woo.
Because he
And
is
that's
disqualified.
always been our dream.
Didn't he do that like 20 years ago, 30 years ago?
Yeah, that's why,
Why
he's
does anyone care?
Because if you...
cheating.
Yeah, if you cheated 10 years ago and claimed you were the best in the world...
There's a what was it? The 2008 Olympics. They just retested everything
2008?
for the gold, silver, and bronze medalists from I don't
wasn't it
remember what
powerlifting?
It was women's powerlifting.
Yeah.
That's exactly what
And
it was.
like a Canadian
Because
who had-
the Canadian who had fourth place is now the gold medalist because
Yeah.
all three of the top medal contenders got disqualified.
Yeah.
How what? How do they retest?
Because they keep the
keep the
samples,
samples.
but
But the technology
so there's new
is-
testing technology.
I
So they
see.
periodically go back and they test
Oh,
all the
wow.
samples
Yeah.
again.
Fucking Canada.
God damn.
We
Yeah.
run
Yeah.
on maple syrup. All natural.
So yeah, our stats for the 2008 Olympics
We just went up.
just went up.
Woo!
One more
Doing
gold
it.
medal.
And because every Canadian's the salt of the earth, as technology increases, we're only going to get more gold medals.
That's
yeah,
right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Honest people.
That's right.
That Billy Mitchell story is fucking nuts. And I can't wait to see where it ends up. Because he's still claiming that No, I can prove it's real. I'm gonna.
What if he does?
Like, I know.
What if he finds
I
the
know,
tape and
I
then they have to
know.
take all this away?
Yes, that's what I want. That's what
Yeah.
I need.
Yeah.
That's when Steve Wiebe needs to open his mouth, and that's when they need to play for real,
Yeah.
in person. Let's fucking
yeah.
go.
It'll be Billy Mitchell will be on his deathbed and he'll be like reaching behind the pillow in his hospital room and he pulls out the tape and he's like,
Yeah.
It's a
Here it is.
It's a
And
bottle of hot
crushes it.
sauce.
Jeez.
It's man, wrestling in real life.
That's amazing.
And video games have started to whoosh together.
It's all one thing.
Yeah.
It's all one big thing.
It's true. And if Billy Mitchell wasn't such a fucking, I'm gonna keep saying heel because that's the only way to describe him. If he wasn't just such a like, he is out there to make a scene. He is out there like talk about me. I am the big man. I make hot sauce.
Buy my hot sauce.
Ask him about his wife. Apparently.
What if this whole thing's about hot sauce? Yeah.
Oh shit! What if it is?
Like, what if everyone's in cahoots on this, making this a news story so he can sell his hot sauce?
New flavor.
Where do I
Mame
get this hot sauce?
Yeah, what about? Tell me more about this hot sauce.
See, the fact that you're asking that question.
Yeah,
means
there you
it's
go.
working.
Yeah, shit. Bright, did you do anything else, Kevin? Sorry, we ended up on.
No, yeah, I
Riding
just
the train.
Ended up on hot sauce.
I don't think I've done anything else.
This is exactly what I wanted when I came in. It was like, we're breaking out of the format.
Yeah.
Let's fucking go
if we're
crazy.
Gonna, if we're gonna turn 90 minutes into
4 hours.
4 hours, we're gonna need to talk
Here
about
we
hot
go.
sauce.
90 into 360.
Yeah, I mean, I hit Masters ranking in Turtle again.
Nice job. That's
No.
every season pretty much now, right? Since
I didn't get it the first season that I played.
because you were. Oh, I see.
But it's because I was still learning all the cards and everything like that. I also think it was because I joined at like the tail end of the season. But yeah, I've got it every season since then. So.
And your luck sack? Did that help?
Oh yeah, I also joined the month-long league that they had going on.
Oh, that's
it's like
a
a
separate thing.
month-long event,
Okay.
and so it's like a sealed deck thing. You get, I think, 11 packs total that you crack. You crack 8 at the beginning, and then you get 1 each subsequent week.
Weird. Is this an official like in the game thing, or is this like you're on a
It's
forum?
no, it's an in the game thing, but
That's cool. Like Seal
It's,
League.
yeah, it's like they do one thing like this a month kind of thing. So this one I cracked 4 legendaries in my 11 packs and
Wow.
just thugged it.
Wow. It's like 1 in what is Eternal? 1 in 30 something, give or
Yeah, I'm
take
not
for
sure.
legendary.
Seems suspicious.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was ridiculous, and I
You
got
have, you
duplicate.
have a tape?
I got a
Ooh.
duplicate legendary.
I think the way that these legendaries are rendering on this tape could be MAME. The player base for Eternal, unfortunately, is dwindling.
Yeah.
It is very small and is dwindling by the day, it seems.
It's bad too because you can really tell when Twitch has when you see the effect on Twitch on people streaming it, because not even 2 months ago, I mean, Eternal's a relatively small game to
Yeah.
begin with, so there would be about
If compared to Hearthstone or Magic,
Yeah,
right,
exactly.
it's very, very small.
there would be probably 3,000 to 4,000 people watching Eternal at any given time a couple months ago. Now, if you find Eternal on Twitch, you'd be lucky to get 100 people watching a stream.
Do you think
Sorry,
drop-off.
watching all the streams combined.
what you're saying is there's a market opening?
There's an open market for a
niche
for a dime game.
sick Eternal streamer.
Eternal and Dangles.
Ooh.
Dinner. We'll have to workshop that name. Do you think Magic Arena is like eating its lunch a little bit?
For sure.
I lost all interest in Magic Arena already.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's very early draft mode came, right?
It's coming in 160 hours.
Wow.
They've timed it out for some
How many
reason.
days? Is less than 10?
A weekish, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is like when I tried to double 190
Yeah, it's like
minutes earlier.
7 days, somewhere around there. Yeah. But,
why you no Magic? You love Magic. You love
It's-
paper Magic.
No, it's the problem with the free to play cadence in that game is very, very bad.
Yeah, right
You-
now it certainly is.
You get absolutely nothing for playing the game.
Yeah.
So
And there's no way to put money in even if you
Yeah.
want to right now. Oh, there is now?
This past Wednesday, spend all the money you want. There's going to be another reset, but you're
You'll
going to
get the
get all
money.
your money back in the game, not to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you buy 20 packs, you'll get credit for 20 packs when
getting
it
there.
goes
It's just
live
so
again.
cheap to get in. There's
I don't
4
know.
sets in standard, and
Yeah.
you get
They just released
6
another
packs
set,
off the
yeah.
go. Yeah.
But yeah, it's very bad free to play model. The Eternal free to play model is amazing.
Yes. They
It's
throw shit at you to play
Yeah.
Eternal. Oh man.
yeah, you get a guaranteed pack every day.
Wow.
You get
Usually more.
enough money to buy probably if you save like I currently have like 80,000 gold right now, and I have nothing to spend it on.
Yeah.
Because just playing the game gets you all the cards.
A draft mode. You be doing drafts.
Whatever.
Are you gonna? Do you think we'll get back into Magic Arena when it like they've said they know that their progression model sucks ass right now? They're gonna work on it.
I've been reading some of the ways they're changing it, and it seems like the ways they're changing it are not enough.
No.
So they're gonna have to do a lot to get me to come back to it.
I hope I really want to play Magic, and it seems like the way I will probably end up playing Magic. I hope it's good.
Yeah, and the fact that it's not on tablet is a big issue for me.
I think
sure
they said
this
it's
year,
coming.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not playing Arena for the same reason I don't play MTGO. It's so much up front. I'll just do drafts. I won't bother forming a collection because it's so much time.
Yeah.
Well,
And
that's the same.
You don't have the money to dump into it.
That's the same
I'll
starting
just buy
like
paper.
starting any new card game. You know,
Yeah.
starting fresh from Hearthstone. It's like, well, I don't have the collection, so I might as well play Arena.
Exactly.
But that's fair. That's
fair.
That's not that can't really be a mark against. I mean, the bar
No.
for entry being too high, I totally get.
I'm going to wait and see for the next reset and give it a try then.
Yeah,
So hopefully
so
I'm on the
am I.
same level as a bunch of freebies.
Yeah.
Right now I'm way behind because I got in the beta quite late.
I'm totally with you though. As someone who hasn't played Magic in probably like 10 years, I do not know shit. I don't want to play Constructed at all.
Every card's new and fresh.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know the meta. I don't know what any say. Like there are new card types. So I'm like, oh, I don't even really know what this
It
means.
took me, and I played it for about 2 weeks before I gave it up. It probably took me at least all of the first week playing, and I was playing probably 20 games a day at that point.
Wow.
So, and it took me like all that week
To just learn.
to learn the cards.
Yeah.
Like there would just be situations where I'd just be like playing, thinking I have a good handle on the game, and they play not even a rare, like an uncommon card that just blows me away, and I'm like,
Well, now
Is that
I know.
a thing?
Now I know this exists. Yeah, it's kind of always been the problem with Magic, right? Is the card base is so massive that if you don't spend hundreds of hours playing it and know every card, it's like, well,
yeah. But I mean, I had my standard luck sack shit happen again, where like I got 2 mythic wild cards, so I could
always the Cylon,
build
always the
build
fucking
whatever
Cylon, yeah.
build whatever deck I wanted. So I built the super powerful blue black deck and was having fun with that for a while. But then it's just like I want to play something else, because even when I was playing paper Magic, I was always the guy who we would have a weekly tournament and I would come with a new deck every single week.
Yeah.
So to not be able to do that because you get cards so slow in this game is just such a detriment to the game itself.
Maybe spend.
yeah, you can spend some money now. That's your favorite model.
I know.
You do love to spend money.
I'm close. I was every time I'm in chat for our stream and I see people without a sub tag, I'm like, should I just click that gift a sub button?
I gifted a sub. I've been gifting a couple subs this week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people deserve them. Some people have been with us for fucking 10 years. They've been with us. And they're like, you know, they were in elementary school when they started listening, and now they're in university and have no money. So
Yeah, there you go.
Probably very fucked up.
I was
that's true. Hopefully, if they're in university, hopefully.
Yeah.
when our boy Auto Parts subbed when you beat that boss.
We're really not supposed to do that type of thing, but oh baby, that was
If you didn't beat the boss, I was going to gift him the sub anyway.
Were you gonna get from the he was saying he wanted the $10 one for the super salt. We
Oh,
gotta stop talking about this. We cannot solicit subs. It's terrible. It's
As
terrible.
a person who does not play any card games, how close are we to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Augmented reality future?
Closer
Where I
than you
can
think.
see these motherfuckers actually like doing battle while I
I
play
can
my
totally
cards.
see once VR becomes cheaper, one of these companies to absolutely do like either a Pokemon or a Yu-Gi-Oh. I could totally see them doing a VR version of the game.
Even
Not
It just
Yu-Gi-Oh.
makes sense.
You could do a like take the Pokemon game, the turn-based 4-move whatever, and make it look real nice and put it in VR, and it's still just the turn-based 4-move whatever thing. But like,
Yep.
you could. I would be way into that. It would,
Pokemon Stadium, but in VR.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
You're in the stadium.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, and what if you just
Like,
say
way
the,
better
say the
animation,
attacks?
so.
I want to say that. I want to Squirtle use water gun. I want to say it. Pikachu Thunderbolt.
Then you're like, VR's not listening well enough, and he's
Fuck
fucking,
this.
Yeah. Pikachu just happens to
fucking pulls out
Kill
a
itself
drink
or
with an
something, I don't
umbrella
know.
and sit on the ground.
My team. Was it 6 or 7 Pokemon that you have?
6.
6.
Yeah.
6 Coughings.
6 coughings.
Yep.
What?
Sure.
All level 20. That's all you need. That's all you need. Self-destruct, 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 self-destruct.
Then
one
you're
revive
done.
potion.
So hopefully,
I think I got one left, maybe. Harden.
harden, then self-destruct.
Yeah.
Maybe stay alive.
Coughing's the best Pokemon.
I don't know.
Coughing is very good, and I mean I'm biased to the 150 because that was when I watched
fair.
Pokemon. But
Yeah.
Coughing's very good. Ghastly is a close number 2.
Ghastly's all right.
Yeah.
I think I don't have any feelings for coughing.
Really, he says coughing.
That's true.
He does, and he's
That's
got
true.
a skull and crossbones on him, and
Ooh, I like Snorlax.
yeah, that's fun. I
Sleeping is great.
like
Yeah.
Snorlax when he dances. I like
Sure.
he's got a real good dance.
Anything when he dances. Scyther was cool.
Who's the
Big old
one with
fucking
the
swords and Pinsir?
pincer was very cool too. Yeah, I really.
Kind of lame.
What? You were
Pincer didn't evolve into anything. That's
Neither did
garbage.
Scyther.
Neither
Well,
did
Scyther.
Scyther.
Did eventually, I think.
Yeah.
I think
but
so. He turned
Steel
red or something,
Scyther. Yeah.
was he actually called Steel? Was
That's
the
like Steel Ix
Stealer?
or Steel Sword. That's Steel Scythe. I don't know. It's been too long.
Scizor?
Scizor.
There you go.
Got
it.
there.
Give
got
me
there.
That
EX
makes sense.
Pokemon or give me nothing.
What does EX Pokemon mean?
I don't know.
We are in a
It's like
I
EX
was,
Mega Dark Blastoise. You know?
Yeah.
I was playing the most Moon and Sun. I played through that Pokemon game. I didn't
All the
beat
way
it,
through?
but no.
okay.
But I probably like 75% of the way through. Like,
wow.
I could smell the end, and then for some reason just stop playing. And it was like, all you went to is a different island, and there's a purple Raichu, and it flies, and it's psychic.
Yeah.
But it's just a Raichu, and I was like, this game's stupid.
They're running out of ideas.
And then it was like your trainer was doing like fucking arm fucking movements.
Yeah, there were
and
different
like shooting
dances.
supers at the other trainer or
It was a
something.
dance. You and your Pokemon did a synchronized dance, and if you it was like the Ginyu Force dance.
Yeah.
And if you did it perfect, it was a super attack.
Yeah, it was fucked. There was so many like I kept playing that game because like all Pokemon games are kind of good in the same way where you're just kind of always training and going to that next gym. There's always that next thing to do, and you're like, oh, I'll keep playing and do that. But at the same time, it just kept hitting me with things where I was like, man, Pokemon got so shitty compared to how it used to be.
It was always that. It was always we were just younger.
It was simple, but it was simple. It used to be simple.
Yeah.
You got your 4 moves.
Do you ever
replace
wonder
them.
if maybe it still is simple and like we're just old men now?
Maybe I'm out of touch.
That's my. It's not me. The children are the
Yeah.
ones who are out of touch.
No, I never thought that.
Okay.
Carry on.
That's why I stopped playing Pokemon Moon. I'm like, man, I just don't kind of get Pokemon anymore. I guess
It's stupid. You
you're
don't
giving
need
them
to,
items now, and
Gotta catch 'em all.
and they all have like genetic stats, and you gotta breed certain stats in if you want to min max, and
I think sometimes you have 2 of them out there, and
Oh yeah, it's like 2 on
Yeah.
2 sometimes, and there's one game where you were fighting like a cross or some shit, and I don't know, man. Just give me Pikachu, and he doesn't like to go in the Pokeball.
I really liked like when even Silver and Gold. I was even on Silver and Gold.
Fantastic
Sure,
ones.
yep. You get the bike real early in Silver and Gold, and that was
Yeah,
awesome.
that's what I wanted.
Bike minute 1. Let's go.
Yep. Ugh, 'cause it's so slow.
Roller skates in the new.
And then
in the
remember
newer
at the end of
rules.
Silver and Gold, you got to go back and do like the first game gyms.
Back to,
I was losing my mind. I was
Indigo
so
League.
excited that the
Yeah.
game wasn't over.
the Metal Gear 4 Pokemon.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Fuck.
Bryce, what you been up to, my friend?
Speaking of things that kind of just lead you along, finish Into the Breach.
Oh!
And then immediately stop.
Snapped my iPad or computer.
Yep.
and that was
enough of this.
Like 100% all the achievements.
100% all the achievements.
Holy
Unlock the additional
fuck,
squad.
man.
Oh no, it's I realized halfway through on doing most of the achievements on normal mode. There's an easy mode, and they just give you the same achievements. So
Okay.
it's like,
There you go.
oh well, let's
just do those.
Sped it up by probably
Should've-
another 40 hours. Well,
Should have done it the real way.
So what? Did they just have enemies with less hit points or something?
it's like half the spawn rate.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
Jeez.
and you get almost no purple guys, so it's really easy.
That does sound really easy.
I would play that game if I had a system that could play that game.
Do you have a computer that can run literally anything?
Oh yeah, it's,
No, I have a computer that could chug through Doki Doki.
It would probably run on your
It
computer.
chugs for this
You think
game.
so?
You'd
Yeah.
probably be fine.
Have you played FTL? Your computer play FTL?
I have not played FTL.
you should buy Into the Breach and get FTL and play them both. And if your laptop can't run them, I will give you one that can.
Okay, give me one
Yeah.
that can. Because
I will. If it try it, honestly, try it. And if they don't work, I have a laptop sitting in my place doing nothing that you can use.
Yeah, I'll do
100%.
that. I really want to play Into the Breach.
Mm-hmm.
More than FTL.
They're both great.
FTL.
It's true. I haven't played Into the Breach.
I like to play what people are playing.
Yeah, no,
I don't
I'm
want to
with
go
you.
back and
I'm with
play
you.
FTL. Yeah,
FTL is so good though. I when Into the Breach came out, I ended up playing like another 40 hours of FTL.
that's what happened with me
good.
in God of War. I played 10 hours of God of War, and then I was like, "Fuck, I should go back and play all those God of War games."
I can never beat that last fucking ship in FTL. You both have played FTL,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know if I've ever beaten hard mode.
I've never even beaten normal.
No?
I get to that ship at the very end, and the difficulty is like, increasing, and then you get to that ship, and it goes
yeah.
straight up. It's so fucking hard. Like, it's
impossible.
harder than it should be.
I've beat it with 2 strategies. I've beat it with the missile strategy, where you just load up your ship with all these missile launchers, and then I beat it with the boarding strategy.
I always try to do the boarding one, and it never goes well.
Boarding strategy is so much fun.
I know, it's so cool.
Got to get Mantis on your squad.
Yeah, man,
So
that game is
good.
so fucking good. Sorry, I completely
Oh,
hijacked
yeah,
whatever you're
FTL
talking
is
about.
done. Yeah.
Into the Breach is done.
Right into the breach, yes. There is no easy mode in FTL, unfortunately.
No, it's normal. and
Only
hard.
normal and hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, beat it. And yeah, just kind of went through the achievements one by one after switched to normal and unlocked the super secret squad and immediately didn't even play a match with them.
Nope. Don't ever want to touch this again. Thank you
Nope.
very much.
Yep, thank you, done. So
I-
that wasn't fun. It was just leading me along. All along.
It was just busy
Ruined.
work.
Became
Yep.
a chore.
Became a chore.
Became a job.
I had to do it.
Do you platinum quite a few games, right? If you play a game, you tend to now that you've beaten Hearthstone and Into the Breach,
It's true.
this is
Got to work on something else now.
the beginning of the platinums.
No, like I guess I used to, but not anymore.
Yeah.
There's too many garbage achievements.
Not enough
I don't have
time.
the time.
Not enough time.
I always know in like the first 5 hours of the game if I'm gonna go for the platinum or the 100%.
Yeah,
Like, I'm
me
like,
too.
It's always like, how fun is this, and is it actually achievable? Like, is it attainable? And is there a like a highest difficulty
Yeah,
one? Because if
that's-
there's a highest difficulty one, sometimes I was like, I ain't even played that, and I bet you I can't do that.
I got that.
And if I can't do that, what's the point in having all achievements but one?
Exactly.
Well, yeah, especially if you got
Yeah.
all but one, fuck, might as well have. It's better to be missing like
Yeah.
20 than just missing one.
That is what happened with me with Mass Effect 2.
Ooh, was
I
that
had
the difficulty
all
one?
of them except for the difficulty one, and then I fucking
I got that blood.
me too.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah, I grinded that thing out and banged my head against it, and then at the very went from being like, it's so fucking stupid, this game's not even good on the hardest difficulty, to being like, man, this game is way better on the hardest
Yeah,
difficulty.
I understand how to play
Yeah.
now.
Could
I've
you
not been playing this game the right way on normal.
could you just switch it to the highest difficulty for the last boss fight and still get the achievement?
I assume no, but don't tell me yes, because then I feel real.
No, not in Mass Effect.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you couldn't do that. As soon as you switch difficulty, it would give you a on-screen prompt. They're like,
Yeah.
"You're gonna lose your achievements. Are you sure you want to do this?"
I think you'd lose them even if you went back.
Yeah. Changing the difficulty
Yeah.
at all, I think, would fuck you.
Damn.
I got the platinum in. I was thinking about all the games I've platinumed. They're not very many.
No, me neither.
It's like Mass Effect 2, God of War 3. I did get, and the hardest fight in that game is not a boss fight. It's just like those
Group of
three-headed
people?
Cerberus dogs.
Oh
There's-
yeah, those guys sucked.
Yep.
There should only be one Cerberus dog.
There's
I decided that about my Greek lore.
yes,
That makes sense.
Yeah.
You're right. There should be Cerberus, and that's it.
That's a boss. You fight him, you kill him.
And then never again.
Not fucking 18 Cerberus dogs running at you.
And then Metal Gear 4, which it didn't have real trophies when it came out. It just had the in-game emblems or whatever. And I got whatever the hardest difficulty, non-lethal, under 5 hours, no rations, no
Oh,
kills, no spot. Yeah, the big boss.
You should stream that one. I'd watch you.
I
play
want
that game.
to. I was going to, but
but definitely start with one.
well, yeah. But I need to stream the PlayStation 3. You got to break it in such a stupid way now. Like, who the fuck has PlayStation 3 component cables anymore? I don't think
Not me.
it didn't even ship with them. So
Yeah.
you have to go
You have to
out
go
of your
find
way.
them, yeah.
It's a whole thing. So I'm still working on getting the PS3 into the capture card, but
Batman Arkham Asylum and Batman Arkham City. I have platinums.
oh damn.
Yeah.
Asylum I remember being
Asylum was
a bitch
way
about.
harder than City because Asylum had those challenge rooms, like
Oh,
the combat
yeah.
challenge rooms,
Yeah.
where it was like a 5-minute fight and you had to chain it all in one combo, and it was
Didn't
like
City have like the 900 Riddler puzzles or something?
Yeah.
Or 400 and whatever.
those weren't
Riddler
hard.
puzzles?
Those were just fucking
There's lots of
like
them.
I can do that easy. I put on like videos that I'd be watching anyway and just fucking like videos on the internet and just
yeah.
make my way through them and pick them up. But Batman Arkham Asylum was the one where I put like 10 hours into one challenge room, being like getting through 4 minutes of non-stop like palm sweaty combat, like twitching at every like color prompt that came up, and then at the very end you'd be on like the last two guys and you'd like throw your cape at one to stun him, and the other guy behind you would just be like pop right in the back of the head, and you'd combo disappears, and I'd be fucking like losing my mind.
Oh.
Have you platinumed any games, Co?
Horizon.
You got the plat?
Yeah.
I remember
shit.
you
I thought
talking
it
about
was-
that, yeah.
I thought that was just Colin for some reason.
No.
That's the only one.
I mean, I'm sure it's not. It's the only one that I remember.
You usually remember the platinums
I
because
don't know
they're a
about that.
special burden.
Yeah, I think the only 3 that aren't like Walking Dead, like super easy.
Those kind of don't count.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
don't count.
I've platinumed those.
You've made a decision.
Yeah,
Achievement.
exactly. You can almost not beat this game without
Yeah.
platinuming
Yeah.
it. Are Batman 1 and 2, like Asylum and City, and Mass Effect 2.
And soon to be God of War.
Soon to be God of War.
I want to say that I got some like Xbox 360 all achievement ones, but that's,
We count
that's
that.
different though.
That's a platinum quote. When
Yeah,
I
that's
say
a platinum,
when I say
yeah.
platinum, that's what I mean. Did
Yeah.
all the achievements.
My
Yeah.
my Batman ones are both on Xbox.
Yeah,
so
Mass Effect 2 for me is on Xbox.
Nah.
That's what she's on.
Which one's on?
I
Throw down, motherfucker.
I
Prove
think
it.
Final Fantasy 13.
Show me the
I
tape.
honestly don't know.
No. What? No. How many hours of Final Fantasy 13 did you play?
Probably
A million?
close to
Like
100.
300?
I want to say.
Has to be over.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check your gamer. It's all on the internet. Check your gamer tag.
go for it.
I might have platinum Bastion now that I think about it.
I missed one on that last challenge. I always got to the final stage and couldn't beat the ninja guys.
If I didn't, it is the exact same thing because I remember actively trying to platinum it. So if I didn't, it is because there's 1 or 2 things out there that I just couldn't do.
I've never really been an achievement whore or anything like that, so
I used to be.
Yeah, when they
back
first
when
came
they
out.
came out, and now
I gave no fucks whatsoever.
Oh man, when everybody's gamer score started at 0 and it felt like a race, it was a lot of fun. Of like, it totally.
No.
Sorry, I should say that I've platinumed whatever the fuck that Naruto game is. That's the easy. Is it Naruto?
Oh,
The easy
yeah.
1,000 point. I have like I think it's Naruto. King Kong. I might have a platinum for.
CSI.
No, not CSI. It's an X-Men game. I think there's an X-Men one that you like.
There's some shitty games that are really easy.
Yeah, it was like
100%.
$3 on Xbox Live or something. Play the game. Here's 1,000 points.
There are some where you just went where
Okay.
it said tap A on the start screen like 20 times and it would just give you
Yep.
all the achievement points.
Oh.
Because Xbox goes to these games and they said, hey, we have this achievement system.
It's part of certain.
Yeah, you have to put in these achievements. And they're like, we don't fucking have the time, the resources, or just the care to do that. So here's your 1,000 achievement points for hitting start on the menu.
It was a golden age.
And then Xbox is like, yeah, that's good for 1,000 points. Yeah.
I wonder how many of those games only made money because they were the easy like.
Oh,
1,000
probably.
points.
Yeah, probably
King
lots.
Kong. Who the fuck played King Kong if not for the 1,000 points?
Warren has platinumed Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 or Call of Duty 4, one of the two.
Those I think.
And those are tough platinums.
Yeah, because those had like multiplayer.
Yeah, because
achievements.
Yeah, and he got those. I don't know if it was no problem, but those were
are
not the
tough,
last ones he got. The last one he got was the like crazy fucking
playing.
Mile High.
Yeah, the Mile High Club.
Yeah,
That was.
and I remember him churning that out for a long time in our apartment. So
I remember being stuck on Mile High Club 2.
so maybe you went
Going
for
through the
that,
spec. I'm trying to think of it because like I remember those Spec Ops ones. It would be in 2, I guess. There was a lot of ways to like kind of bug them out and
Yeah.
be like, oh, we did this one in 12 seconds. Good for us.
Yeah.
But Mile High Club, you had to do it the fucking hard way.
That and the nuke when he was trying to get the I think it was an achievement
25
for
kills
getting the
without dying in multiplayer.
for the kill, and he was trying to get that nuke. And my God, I could feel the tension in that apartment when it was getting close. I didn't even have to be in the same room, and the air would get thicker, and I'd be like, "Oh, he's close."
Did he do it on the remaster? If you guys were in the apartment,
yeah.
Oh fuck,
Yeah.
that's like even crazier that it wasn't back in the day.
Yeah, no, it was definitely on the remaster, but I don't know if that was doing that for an achievement or if he just really wanted the fucking nuke. I'm not sure.
What are you been playing, Brando?
I played God of War.
Yeah, hell of a game.
Yeah, that is all I have been playing. We talked about the end of A Way Out last week.
Yep, we did. Yep. And I think we talked about both. Oh no, you guys played it and Oliver played it, right? Yep, we're all good. Yep.
Yeah. I think that's it though. I have put all my time into God of War and will continue to put all my time into God of War probably until God of War is done.
Kevin is seeing things.
There's a little fuzz.
fruit.
I
Okay,
see it.
okay.
There's a floating fuzzy thing.
Okay.
I missed it.
Yeah, I missed it too.
I've been watching a lot of Legion, and you'll watch Legion? I know. I think I ask this every week.
Yeah, we still know.
Nope.
I watched all the Marvel movies to get ready for the which war are we at?
In
The
Infinity Wars?
Infinite War.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going on
The
Sunday. I
Civil
think.
is over.
I will have gone yesterday when this podcast airs on iTunes.
I'm excited for that. I bet you that movie could not disappoint me if it tried. It is in that genre of action movies where it's just like this is gonna be
Fun.
This is gonna
No
be
matter
fun.
what.
Yeah.
It's killing the reviews, which makes me very, very excited for it.
Yes, me too.
What
Some
do
of those Marvel movies aren't as good as I remember. Some of them are way better than I remember.
Yes, there are some early sequels. The Iron Men's, the Iron Man 2s of the Marvel,
The Thor Dark World. It's not very
the Thor 1 even.
Any Captain America.
that okay.
Captain America 1, I totally agree with. It's
I-
a completely forgettable movie.
Yep, all of them. I hate them.
I
Civil
thought
War
Winter
was
Soldier.
okay.
I thought Winter Soldier was real good.
I do like Winter Soldier. Yeah.
'Cause it's very different than any of those other movies. It is like
It's got a
kind
sad
of
ending.
Yeah,
kind
and
of.
kind of an espionage-y.
Well, it's
thing,
like that's. I read a thing on Reddit a while ago about how the Marvel genre is just an excuse to make a whole bunch of different types of movies
Yeah.
in the superhero movie because,
Yeah.
like Civil War or Winter Soldier is a spy movie
Yeah.
with superheroes.
Sure.
But they're
Like
all
Guardians of the Galaxy
of-
is a comedy movie with superheroes.
Yeah, there's always a degree of action.
Yeah.
because
I'd
there
say
are
they're kind
superheroes.
of all comedy movies with superheroes. Like they're
I
all,
mean, but some of them you can tell, like the Iron Mans have
Yeah.
funny parts in them.
Totally.
And then Guardians of the Galaxy is a comedy.
There's a definite
Yeah, okay.
tone
Yeah.
shift
Yeah.
from like
Yeah.
Civil War or the Avengers movies
But they're
compared
almost-
to the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
at least it kind of feels like they fall into a format that they kind of will try to like break out of every. It's like Iron Man 1 came out and it was like, okay, well, Chris Nolan's Batman came out and it was like, okay, we need like real life explanations and grounded superheroes, quote
Yes.
unquote. And so it was that for a good long time. Excuse me. And then everything kind of started getting a little like jaunty and funny with like Guardians of the Galaxy. And like right now it feels like we're in that where everything is a
It's got to be a little funny.
like the Thor Ragnaroks.
Thor definitely made a jump from being like Iron Man had jokes in it, but
Yeah.
was not a comedy thing, and then Thor Ragnarok felt
Yeah.
like a intentionally super funny movie.
Iron Man 1 is a serious movie with serious things happening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, like for the Thor one especially, like how many years was it between those movies?
Oh, Thor
Like,
1
don't
was
say
in,
Don't say it out loud. No.
It was like
I was
I
eight-
want to say 6 years.
I was 18 when the first Iron Man came out.
Oh my god.
And
that's not so bad.
No,
That's
that's
not so
it's
bad.
all been in a decade.
I think it's-
all fit
I
into
don't
a
know.
decade.
like yeah, I'm talking
That's a
like
100%, Matt.
from
You don't
Dark
need to fact
World
check.
to
Fact check him.
Ragnarok, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a
yeah.
big shift.
Because Thor was out pretty quick after
Yeah,
the first Iron
Thor
Man.
was
the
I think
second one,
right
I think.
after Iron Man 2. I want to say right after Iron
wasn't
Man
it?
2.
Thor 1 was after Iron Man 1, wasn't it?
No,
'Cause-
it was-
No,
it went-
Captain America was before Thor.
It went Iron Man. I don't think that's true either.
No?
It went
2008.
Iron Man,
10 years.
Incredible Hulk. That's what I said.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you were saying
Iron Man. It was Iron Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2.
Incredible Hulk wasn't part of
yeah. it was.
The first one, like not the first one, but the Edward
Edward
Norton
Norton
one
one.
is.
Yes,
But they just
Edward
changed
Norton
the,
is. Yeah.
they just changed the actor because at the end of the Hulk movie, Iron Man like comes into the bar and finds the Secretary of Defense, and he's like, "Yo, we're assembling a team,"
Oh, okay.
which is like the last line of the first four.
I think he's like, oh, Tony, you always wear such nice suits.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
Touche, General.
That guy is the like in Civil War. He's like the Secretary of Defense,
same
and that
dude.
was one of two like guys that were in this movie, and then got the guy that were in this movie like 7 years later that I didn't realize the first time around were the same actor. Andy Serkis is in Black Panther,
And is so fucking good in
and
Black
is
Panther.
really good. And I was like, oh, that was cool to see Andy Serkis's debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And then I realized he was in Avengers 2. Like, actually, a full scene with Andy Serkis in the second Avengers movie.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Which I totally, it totally slipped my mind.
He's very throwaway. The only reason I remembered him is because I love Lord of the Rings. So it's
Yep.
like, oh, it's Gollum. Oh, crazy.
Yep.
I'm doing a bad job of looking up the timeline,
Yeah, sorry.
but-
I can tell you because I just watched
Yeah,
them.
you're totally
Iron
right.
Man, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor 1, Captain America 1, and then Avengers 1.
I believe all that.
Yeah.
What a season! What a season! What a season!
Yes.
Because they're supposed to be kicking off into like the next phase or whatever
third
right now.
phase, yeah.
Captain Marvel and
I'm excited to see. There's
Things
this,
gonna get weird.
yeah, I hope it gets weird. They got to start like because some of these
It is,
some of
like,
some of
Doctor
those original
Strange
guys
is-
want out.
it's true. Yeah.
So it's going to be like the new Avengers are going to be like the Spider-Mans and Doctor Stranges, and
Yeah.
but it's going to be weird.
They say they want out, but like just like Hugh Jackman has been done being Wolverine for the last 20 years or whatever. It's like, this is my last movie, and then he's always in the next movie.
You can always pay a guy more.
That's what I hope. That's what I hope. Yes. Just every now and
a
again.
zero on the end, maybe.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just every now and again, just hey, look, it's Robert Downey Jr. That makes me feel good in
The
my
man
heart.
already makes like $25 million a movie, so
Put a zero on it. Avatar was the game I was thinking of, not Naruto. Avatar is the 3,000 point. James Cameron's game of the movie Avatar.
Okay.
apparently Avatar 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all going to come out at the same time.
What?
Great. That's perfect.
That could be the funniest joke I ever heard, and also a legitimate news story.
What have I been playing? Dark Souls. I've finished Dark Souls 3.
Yay!
Woo! No
Base-
more ups.
Base game.
No more ups.
Base game done. Yeah.
The man hasn't been doing ups for like a week and a half.
A week. This week we haven't been doing ups.
What happened?
The man's sick. This man's sick. But we're still playing it on the stream. Yep, finished the base game.
I have to do those ups on my own.
Yeah, you will. I'm afraid. It got bad, man. We died like 3. Well, I still have the DLCs to do, and I'm at like 330 deaths or something.
Respectable.
We played the first game and died. I'm gonna say like 110 times, maybe something like that. Just over
It's
100,
like my
I think.
Celeste count.
I'd have to go back and look, but that game got fucking hard in a way that I was getting like really salty over towards the end of. So traditionally, like when Dark Souls is hard, at least it always feels. It rarely is hard in the way of like we just put a 0 on the end of this health bar. We just put a 0 on the end of this damage. Like you just play what you're doing better. It's usually like, okay, you gotta figure out a new mechanic for this boss, or like all the attacks are different. You gotta figure out a different strategy.
Boss wanted out, so they were like, "You got to add a 0 to the health bar."
Exactly. Yeah. Boss didn't want to play anymore.
Yeah.
But put a 0 on it, cuz. And then they just started doing this thing where like fight a boss, like entire health meter, kill him. He respawns, now he's got another health meter. Like phase 2 started being a second meter for the first time right towards the end of the game. And I'm like, okay, well, that's all right, whatever. That's new, I guess. And then they started putting third meters on them. And that doesn't feel good. Or the one I hated most is it's a boss fight where you basically just have to run through a gauntlet of enemies. The boss is a huge dragon just breathing lightning, and you can kind of avoid him. You run through this gauntlet of enemies, and then you do a dropping attack on the dragon's head, and that's it. But that part, because it's in a... So in Dark Souls, when you die, all the enemies respawn.
Okay.
So if you were running this gauntlet normally, you would just fucking run it. It would be, start here, go to the gauntlet. If I die, all the enemies respawn. I have to try again.
Yeah.
You're in a boss fight, so you have to run this gauntlet. If you die, all the enemies respawn. You have to try again. That boss fight is not a fucking boss. That ancient worm boss fight is not a boss fight. It's just a way to pad out their...
I don't know if I understand, but I can feel the frustration.
You can feel the
radiating
anger,
out,
right?
Yeah.
Some of the boss fights towards the end.
Why isn't it a boss fight? It was just too hard.
No, it's literally just like go in and kill the enemies, or don't just run past them and end the boss.
Oh.
It's just another section of gameplay that they put a dragon in who breathes lightning all the time
So-
to fuck with you.
So does that mean the Razorgore fight in World of Warcraft, that's not a boss fight?
Does he have 2 health bars?
No,
What?
but you don't even really fight him, right?
Not a boss fight.
Yeah,
Not a
okay.
boss fight.
Fight in phase 2.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the second health bar.
Yeah. Well, there was no health bar beforehand. It's just survive.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, fight ads.
Yeah.
You know where there's really good lightning breathing dragon? God of War.
I'm sort of wondering why all dragons breathe lightning. What mythology do dragons breathe? Norse mythology? Do dragons breathe lightning?
It is a game based on Norse mythology, so that
'Cause,
could
like,
be right.
Dragons breathe everything.
It's
Yeah,
true.
you
Whatever
got
you
ice.
feel like
What
we're
kind of
doing.
dragon are you?
I suppose.
Fucking hot rhymes dragon.
That would be a blue dragon breathes lightning.
All dragons in God of War.
Yeah.
Like all dragons in
God,
English
there's
mythology,
more
they
dragons?
just breathe fire, don't they? Dragons breathe fire. They're fire-breathing lizards in English mythology.
Yeah, fire makes sense.
Exactly.
Why does fire,
Fire
make
makes
sense
more sense
and
than
lightning doesn't
lightning.
make sense?
Fire does make more sense than lightning to me.
But
None of that
why?
makes sense.
Because
lightning or fire
you
makes
can-
more sense because it was first.
Well, no, you can imagine a creature that can somehow has a methane sac and it somehow can light this flammable methane. How
Yeah,
the
there-
fuck is it going to breathe lightning?
There are electric eels.
Yeah.
What is the fire
okay.
animal?
Yeah, you're right.
But
Fire
you
salamanders.
can project fire in a flamethrower. There's no lightning rod that can shoot just horizontally. It'll go right into the ground.
What if you shot a like?
Spitting in Tesla's
Well, yeah.
face.
What if you spit a thing of acid that ionized the air behind it, and then when it hit you, it's like, okay, that's the ground. There's the lightning bolt.
I guess if it's
It
faster
wouldn't-
than going down.
But it wouldn't be breathing lightning.
It wouldn't be
would
breathing lightning.
Yeah, it would just be like a spit, and then it would hit you, and it would be like, "Kshunk," and then you'd go down.
That's like
Yeah.
saying to a cloud, what you're doing is impossible.
yeah. If I had a nickel.
You can't do
Stop
that.
it. Rainbows don't make sense.
Dragon spits rainbows.
I'm so in.
Yeah.
Does anyone else play any games you want to bring up here first half of the show? No?
I didn't.
All good?
Hearthstone.
Yeah?
There's
What's
the
going on
new
with Hearthstone?
solo player mode came out this last week.
Is it a...
That's like the dungeon run, so it's free to play.
Okay.
And you can do it with 4 of the new classes. They all have new unique abilities. And one of them's garbage. I've already dumped 90 runs into it, or 90 boss defeats into it. Still haven't killed the end boss.
Well, maybe it's
Wow.
because you're not any good.
No, because it's not any good. This game is bullshit.
It's not even a boss.
He has beaten Hearthstone. I don't
I'm
know if you
beating
know.
Hearthstone. I'm a legend player. Thank you.
Well,
Are you really? You
Not-
were
not-
also
not
a
currently.
legend player. Oh,
but
sorry.
back in the day,
I'm
I
a-
have the card back.
I'm a Platinum League player.
Nice. Me too.
My man.
Yeah.
I'm a platinum Rocket League player.
So
Wow.
you're as good as me, sucker.
Is that
pretty
not
good.
impressive?
I'm bad.
Yeah, I don't know how that ranking worked. Is
no,
it because
neither
you got
do
your
I.
ranking in early, maybe?
I don't know. It resets every season, so it must have been. We
You
must have
probably
played.
don't have a rank right now.
Well, yeah, right now I probably don't.
And you
Last
play
time
with
I
us.
played, I was
You play
platinum.
us and we're dope.
Yeah, these guys are pretty good.
We get real angry when we lose, though.
You guys fight in the air?
I don't.
We fly in the air. We fly around.
Yeah.
Jealous.
Where do you
Tell
fly?
Matt, we're like, Matt, go stand in the
I'm
cruiser.
too
try and
afraid to
bounce
hit
this
the
off
launch
your
button.
hood.
I don't know what I'm going to do. What's going to happen?
He's got to be like me and chase the ball around like a total ball tard. And
Yep.
That's
then
right.
That's my
how
move.
I play, for
always
sure.
jump. Also, be like, oh, I probably can't get this, but fucked if I'm not going to try.
That got me a silver medal. I'll take it.
Just boosted every ball
Wait.
that you see, and all of a sudden you start hitting them after you do it enough times.
You took silver at, was it Nerd Olympics at Rocket League?
Not this year, last year.
And you took silver?
I took silver.
Wow.
Jameson carried me. It wasn't all me.
Okay.
I was moral support.
Good
most of the time.
Rocket League players can
Yeah.
fucking run the game.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's go for a quick bathroom break. What do you say? We'll come back and do the
I got
second half of
pee
this.
real good.
Yeah, me too. We'll be right back here, other side of this musical break. That's for the not live folks. For the live folks, we're
gonna
right
pee.
here.
We're gonna pee right on
We're gonna
ya.
pee. Yep.
We're gonna pee right
Zip.
on that webcam.
It's kind of weird.
Hello?
Ma?
Kevin? What? Why are you? He's got a message, I think, from a drunk person by the sound of it.
All right, I have to make a phone call.
Oh, okay. Maybe I was saying maybe he just can't hear because we're all yelling over him.
I don't know why I have to make a phone call, but hold on.
All right, we got time. We're on the break. How's it going in chat, everybody? I saw the Avatar thing. I've been watching. So for anybody who didn't catch the preamble, when we're doing the show, because we put it on YouTube, we don't really look at the chat to preserve the audio recording for the most part. But I did see the Avatar thing. I've been looking. You taking a condom out of your wallet? What do you know? Oh, sticking the
Cafe.
Okay. Well, I don't know. That's where I keep the condoms in my wallet. Where do you put yours?
In a dresser.
Oh, well, yeah, obviously, but like, what if you're on the go?
That's true.
What if you're so in maybe it was even your dad in Scouts? Someone like part of a survival kit is a unlubricated latex condom because it is a huge fucking bag to
yeah.
hold water in.
It's huge.
And since
You ever filled one of those up?
yes,
just for fun?
it's hilarious. Or
It
like
is.
you blow them up.
Oh yeah.
And ever since that day, I have just always kept an unlubricated condom in my wallet because what if I get trapped in the wilderness and need to have What if I have a random sexual encounter or need to get
It's
water
a
in a
win-win.
bag? Exactly. Or you could like suffocate someone with it.
Suffocate someone with it.
Oh
Right.
boy. Twitch.tv/Talking Reckless Podcast.
That's how you can get a hold of us.
Put it in the chat if you need to talk. I don't know who that is.
It's just common courtesy that
probably his
every
mom.
individual just have them in their possession.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then no matter what happens, if like I say, sexual encounters or survival situations, hey, bada boom, good to go.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can do a lot of things with them. Tourniquet,
What?
water.
I guess.
Yeah, totally.
belt?
Stretch it
Yeah.
out. Belt. I don't know. I don't know if you could. You think you could stretch one like that'd be a tight belt.
Or maybe the elastic. No, that's still no.
Yeah. You could do a lot of things with them,
Yeah.
I'm sure. I've never put
MacGyver's done many things.
I've never put the time or effort into them, but you're going on a boat, put your passport and your whatever, your phone in it, and whatever you need, right?
Yeah, 9% of the time, it's gonna be good.
Boat goes over on the way down, rip it open, like parachute style, like whoosh around your head like a giant fishbowl of air, and then you're just pinching it here so it doesn't escape, and then you're just underwater breathing, and you got like 10 minutes of air.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah,
It's so fucking cold down here.
I know.
It's nice.
Yeah, it alerts you up. It keeps you. Kevin's not yawning himself to sleep today because it's fucking freezing.
I counted 2 yawns.
I'm excited
It's true.
for some fucking pizza.
Are you?
IR.
I'm excited for whatever comes after this podcast. I don't know. We might play Fortnite tonight. I don't know. We'll see. Warren and I might stream some Fortnite right after this podcast.
I want to play some God of War.
Yeah, I want to play God
I want to play God of War more than I want to play.
We're playing
Fortnite with
D&D
you.
next week.
It's true. I thought it was this week for a long time. Warren had to tell me it wasn't.
Next week, I'm worried.
I get
I'm
back.
worried about a lot of things.
I get back from Fort McMurray on
great.
Friday.
Oh, great.
So I'm gonna be finna LARP.
Finnalar. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know what any of you what any of that means, but we will see. That's a good life motto. Is we'll see.
I'm worried about coming on a little strong. I'm worried about
the D&D. You're
yeah,
talking-
yeah,
oh, yeah, okay, I
totally.
see.
Yeah, I'm worried. I only know how to play one way. I have one speed, and it's go.
Okay,
And I'm worried that.
I'm adaptable. I'll keep
that's
up.
what I hope.
I'll keep up.
Honestly,
I will scare you out of this fucking room.
I don't know if Warren Barris is listening, but he's the one I'm worried about coming on a little strong too.
Oh, yeah.
I can see him going like, "Okay, boys, okay,
Fellas,
come on, buddy, I get in there."
You can't say that.
Man pulls a sword out of his sheath. It goes, shing.
Yeah,
Makes.
you gotta
noise.
make the sound.
We gotta make the sound.
You gotta make the sound, otherwise.
How do people know?
Yeah.
Sword out of sheep or
Sword out of a sheath is more like,
still makes a shing.
yeah, but out of a sheath is more just a.
That's a little better.
Probably wouldn't make that sound if it was coming out of a sheep.
Well, yeah, probably not. Unless it's
I
the
think there's
magic sword.
like a metal. Isn't there like a metal on metal kind of sound to a sheath?
Well, it could be on the bones.
Or like you hold it up and it catches the sun just so and ding.
All right, I know you do. That's why everything gets all so fucked up all the time.
Oh jeez, here he comes.
Ooh.
Here he comes. Shing.
Hello?
I told you he was calling a drunk person.
Winning, yeah,
Okay.
cool.
I told
All
you
right,
the
I'll talk to you
message was
later.
from a drunk person.
Peace.
I could tell.
Did you just throw a winning at you at the end?
Was it a
It's
drunk?
early.
He did, winning.
Was it a drunk person?
I don't know. I don't know if he's drunk right now.
Ooh. Is it a Chris?
That was Ian.
Oh,
Ah.
nah, never mind. Probably not drunk. Probably just Ian. Is he tuning in?
Probably not. He got offended when I told him that if he chats to us, that we won't read it.
I'm reading it. I'm reading it.
Okay.
Right now, yeah.
How much
But
Metal
he-
Gear is in my campaign?
He would have had to make a Twitch
Shut
account.
up. That's how much.
And that was probably not going to happen.
Yeah, I haven't even gone to the bathroom yet. I'm going right now.
was gonna
Sorry.
say-
sorry. I was.
Just fucking hanging out with the fellas.
This guy.
Saturdays are Fridays are for the boys.
That's
For the
what I've
boys.
heard. What do you guys know about?
Daquan?
Oh, he's my new favorite streamer.
Daquan.
Everybody check out TSM Daquan. He's a Fortnite streamer.
Yeah,
He's
the other
pretty
things.
good. Does he do other things?
Probably.
I don't know. Every big streamer seems to be like a one-trick pony kind of thing.
It's true. After the Super Mario Maker craze died, a lot of streamers just fell off the map.
Yeah.
I'm watching the all games rankings on Twitch right now.
It's number 1 IRL.
Number
Fortnite,
3 is
probably.
IRL. Number 1 is Fortnite.
How is IRL? I don't get that at all. It's just
Cam girls.
yeah, no, it's just cam girls who are like, "Hi everybody, look at how talented I am."
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I wasn't facing the camera
No,
for
yeah.
that.
It's gotta bend over the right way.
Yeah. Undo the buttons.
Oh, it's getting hot in here.
Oh shit! Did the top button just come open?
Yeah.
Double button.
Double button. No, you're gonna get banned.
I'm starting a cam
You're gonna
girl
get
show.
banned. Put the unfree
IRL.
those nipples. Oh, all right. Who was saying it was their first podcast? I believe that was a Watcher. If you're still, yeah, I believe Watcher. That's a Dark Souls friend of mine. We have 222 other podcasts on the internet. On
Plus or minus couple.
plus a couple.
Plus, ooh.
Yeah, it's more than that. On iTunes, if you want. I don't know.
Some of those are
Years and
worth
years.
going back to.
Yeah, they're so.
Go check out Talking Reckless 1.
Yes, yeah. Maybe start at Talking Reckless. That's my advice. Or,
Oh, no.
or late MTP.
Late MTP.
2012 and up, maybe.
You can find some gold. You just got to be willing to mine for it.
That's right. Let's go all the way back to the angsty podcast days where Matt would talk about machinima for 7 hours straight.
What is that?
Sounds like something you would do. Sounds like something Kurt Matt would do if you
The
give him the
show is 45
opportunity.
minutes long.
Put the forum out there.
Okay, well, machinima. What, do you not know what machinima is?
I'm sure the kids these days don't.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not a thing
yeah.
anymore.
It's not
This,
because
like,
every
wave of depression just came over Matt when you told him kids didn't know what machinima was.
I barely know what it is. Is
They
it just
told
you're
me it
making
would last
movies?
forever.
you're
Okay.
making movies using video games,
You
basically.
make
Okay.
Red Chief talks to Blue Chief.
Red Chief talks to Blue Chief. That's what it was called.
That's hilarious.
Everyone loves Red Chief fights Blue Chief.
Yeah.
That Chicken Mouth's famous series.
Yeah. With Chicken Mouth.
Rooster Teeth.
Yours
Is
is
that-
Red
is that
Teeth.
real?
Rooster Teeth made Red vs. Blue, and I thought
Oh, I see.
I thought we were doing a thing. Yeah,
my
let's-
head.
No.
yes, and brother.
Yeah.
Let's read some news,
News.
shall we?
Are we recording?
Always,
Sorry, just always safe to ask.
always, yeah,
Sit down.
always.
Are we rolling?
do you? Should I turn it off? Do you have something
Yeah,
inflammatory that you
very,
need?
very unbefitting of a gentleman to say.
Well,
About machinima.
oh fuck! I was worried it might be about Destiny 2.
Gesundheit.
No, I have nothing but good things to say about
Oh,
Destiny 2.
fantastic! There's a new DLC coming out. Warmind, I believe it's called.
I have not played the last one. Do you want to know why?
Money?
There was a last one. Do
Because no one will play it with me.
No.
you want to know why?
Why?
Destiny 2 is kind of a mediocre game.
It's not a video game. It's a good game that everyone wanted to go play Monster Hunter.
Yeah. No one has time for good. They need
Wait,
great.
what?
Wow, we were smart about that.
Wait, what? Of all the things to undo you, Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
DLC. We missed one. What was the DLC that we missed?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure there was like a new, not like a
Oh,
raid-free
you're right.
DLC came out. I
Yeah,
think.
I think you're totally right. I fell off that main game.
That's really good.
It's fine.
It is really good.
It's a fine shooter.
We played the good and bad parts of it, which is
Yeah,
the same part,
totally.
which is that raid, which is the best part of that game, but also the game that can drive you away from Destiny if you don't have a good group to play with.
Yeah. That is exactly what did
If
it.
you-
Thinking back, that is exactly what did it for
If
me.
you go back and you play like the regular three-person Destiny
Hmm.
and do some of that stuff with your two buddies where you can actually talk and all get along and everything,
Mm-hmm.
Destiny 2 is still a really good game.
Yeah, it's
But is it fun or playing with your friends is fun?
No, it's fun. It's it's still the best shooter to date.
It is.
Yeah,
But
Then why don't you find some randos to play with?
because I don't like people.
Oh, okay, that's fair.
yeah. And like I still think that you could just play that game single player and have a party chat and it would be the exact same experience. Very, very
No,
very
because then
close.
you're dealing with people. Then you're dealing with the reason you
Well,
stopped liking Destiny is
you're
because
playing
you
by
don't know
yourself.
who you're going to have to deal with.
Sure. I
Sign up to a Destiny message board. Get a.
I need to distribute like personality tests and shit like, oh, you got a self-deprecating sense of humor,
Yeah, what
or
are we talking here?
or do you really hate people who screw up once?
We've got 3 type A personalities, we
Yeah.
need a type B.
Yeah.
Um
Are you the alpha?
say doggo. If they say it, they're cut.
Fuck, that doggo guy wasn't even good enough.
There is no doggo. It's the dog. It's the kids, man. The kids say doggo, and when it's dragons, they say drago.
But sometimes you find a guy who's just like,
I don't think the
oh,
kids
this
say that
guy
anymore.
this guy doesn't
Say
even
either
talk.
of those.
This guy doesn't talk to us. Hey, don't worry about it. You don't need to talk. Just do your job. And then I don't do my job, and they get real
Play your class.
mad.
What are you doing? Play your fucking class. What?
Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, you didn't bring the Gallarhorn?
Everyone get
what
cold
was
heart.
Yeah.
Cold heart, right?
Yeah.
Was the one.
If you don't have a Gallarhorn and
Yeah.
a cold heart, we're not taking you.
Shoot your cold heart in the air. You're getting kicked in 30 seconds.
I would
Every fucking
I would
time.
literally say to people like, I'm using the cold heart. Oh, I'm looking right at you. You're shooting with someone. No, that's a cold heart.
I know I do that too. No, it's in my bag, but I only use it for the one
game
fight.
must be
so
the game must be glitching because
Yeah,
I'm shooting
that's
him with the
weird.
cold heart right now.
Oh, you also pre-ordered the game and got the cold heart?
Yeah.
Yes. I'll switch to it later. Don't worry.
Yeah. You know, we all get a buffer if we all use the Rat Pack, the Rat King gun. Hey, why
Really?
why aren't we getting the buffer? What? Someone's not using the rag.
It's bugged. No,
I'm using it. It must be that guy. Boot him.
I saw the patch notes. They said it's bugged. There's a horde mode in this new DLC, which they've had before in Destiny 1.
Yes, Destiny 1, the Trials of Osiris. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Wait.
Or was that the PvP thing?
That was a PvP thing. What is it? What is it called? I don't know.
If it's not Trials, I have no idea.
It's not Trials of Osiris because I think you're right. Trials of Osiris is like the multiplayer thing. It's
Trials of Osiris was the PvP thing where it was like
you have to win 7 before you lose
yeah,
3.
exactly. You're
Yeah.
going in before, and either what happens first? Win 7 or lose 3.
Yeah.
And the more you won, the better the rewards got.
Yeah.
I do not remember what that horde mode was called. The new one's called Escalation Protocol.
Okay.
It's a public event, which when they said horde mode, I'm like, okay, all right, 3 people are going to load into a game. We're going to have this like very, we're going to do a constructed arena, and it's going to be this like experience that they built this thing for because it's a DLC, and that's that's where their time is. That's where our money's going. No, it's a public event on Mars, which means like all those public events, like anyone can kind of roam into it, and most of them you can just put the controller down if you want because there's other people doing them there with you. And like after the first week of Destiny 2, every single public event is completely fucking trivial because everybody knows how to do them.
You just do them to like get resources
Yeah.
and shit. Yeah.
You literally like, oh, I'm here and this is happening. This is convenient. Like I'll shoot a dude and get the chest.
Yeah.
So that is sort of a bummer, maybe.
Yeah. It is weird that it wasn't a separate thing that you
Yeah.
go into from space with a fire team to do.
Exactly. Like, when I think horde mode, I think like it's gonna be tough. We're gonna really have to like work on our shit and
You're going
beat
in
this
with
AI.
you're going in with these 3 to 6 people. You're gonna get all the waves. It's not just like, oh, there's another guy here. I'm
Yeah.
gonna play with him.
Because the problem with the public events is they're impossible to fail for the most part. So that to me is a huge bummer. They got a bunch of PvP changes. Rank PvP is coming, which is gonna have some PvP only rewards.
PvP is going 3-on-3 as well.
I think it's going 6-on-6, isn't it? I think they're
Is that what it used to be? It's going to whatever it used to be.
Yeah, Destiny 1, I think it was 6-on-6,
And
they're
then they
going
went to
back
4-on-4
to that or something.
for Destiny 2, and now they're going back to 6-on-6.
Yeah,
that makes sense. 3-on-3 is not enough people, so that was.
I have a very strong active dislike for the PvP in Destiny.
Oh, it was so good in Destiny 2.
And in Destiny 2, there is the idea is there are certain corners where people are very, very often coming around. So you and your teammates have to be shooting. There's a 50% chance that a dude's head is going to be here. Our shots have a travel time. If we were playing the best PvP, we all need to. If you were playing Trials of Osiris, yes, that was the only way. Brando's shaking his head no, but he doesn't know what he's talking about.
I probably played a lot more of it than you did.
The top level PvP is so uninteresting to me. Of like, we all need to be corner shooting. We all need to be corner shooting, basically in perfect sync, and the team that does that the best is going to win.
So don't do Trials of Osiris.
Any PvP.
No, that's not true at all.
If you're playing PvP to the best of your ability, absolutely.
I never once encountered a group of people out of every single game I ever played who ever even fronted that as a strategy.
I bet in this ranked PvP,
Except for
you
Matt
will.
Eads.
What do you? I didn't make it up. I don't play.
No,
fucking
I don't.
PvP.
I don't think you made it up. I think you came and said, "Okay, so this is what I heard about. We have to all be quarter shooting at the same time."
As a man who's
I read it. If we're gonna play at the top level of our PvP, we need to be doing this. And everyone else was probably like, Matt, just let's just
I
not
never
do
even
that.
played PvP. I never even
what
played
PvP?
it.
What's
doing this?
corner
I
shooting?
watch it. Corner shooting is I think a person's going to be there, so I'm going to shoot before he pops his head around. And if he does pop his head around, I'm one shot up on him. So when the firefight starts, I'm going to win because I'm ahead.
So you're using basic strategy?
In
Seems like it's
no,
basic
it only
strategy.
it only exists in Destiny. Okay.
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 Yep.
Yep.
Move on.
Does it what is a raid layer?
I don't know.
Destiny?
I've
Okay.
never heard that term in my life.
Great. Well, there's a new raid layer. I don't really. They must have been in the game before. Maybe they're in that first DLC. That is why we don't know what they are.
Maybe.
Yeah,
'Cause I like unless a new raid layer is
It's
a
not a
new raid.
It's not a raid.
It
It's something.
specifically said it's not a raid.
It's something that happens in an existing raid. I think. I think you go to a raid and
So,
it's
like,
like
in-
sectioned off differently or something.
Maybe in like a new one of those rooms in the first raid. Like they were just
Yeah,
kind of divided
I'm
into 4
super
areas.
Not sure what that is. Some new strikes and an emote wheel, which. Woo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I'm not probably ever going to play that game again because no
No,
one will
I
play it
don't-
with me, and
I
I
don't
refuse to
think
play
I
with
will.
strangers. So
I don't want to corner shoot in the PvP, so I don't touch it.
it's the only thing in that game.
It's true.
Yeah.
Who here remembers Battlefront 2? EA's Battlefront 2. Battlefront Woo is more like.
Yeah, Battlefront 2 sweet.
Battlefront 2 Sweet is also very good. That game came out with its horrible loot boxes and shook the industry. And here we are with some of the fallout of it. Belgium has the first of a couple countries actually has classified some certain video games as games of chance and considers them illegal gambling. Those video games are Overwatch, FIFA 18, and Counter-Strike Global Offensive. I don't know shit about FIFA 18. I have no idea how the
It's the
microtransactions
same
now
thing.
work.
It's like I don't know if you've played any. Well, obviously you haven't,
like
but
I don't know if you
in,
played
in
Ultimate
like
Team.
I've been playing FIFA 17, but
it's
Or
like
any EA game
Yeah,
that
all the
exists.
EA sports games they have
Card decks.
the console or the story mode or the franchise mode or whatever where you play with all the players, or you can play the online Ultimate Team mode where you get base players at stats of like 40s or whatever, and you can open card packs to get players with better stats, and then you slot the cards that you have onto your team.
so non-aesthetic, gameplay affecting.
Yes,
Okay,
gameplay
okay.
affecting, absolutely.
Overwatch and Counter-Strike Go are purely aesthetics
Can you-
in their
can you-
microtransactions.
Pay for Overwatch loot boxes?
Yep.
Yep,
Oh yeah,
okay.
you can just buy a bunch if you want.
I couldn't remember that.
But they're all just costumes and voice lines, and
Yeah.
none of it affects gameplay.
None of it's gameplay.
But regardless of that, those are the 3 games that are now subject to Belgium gaming law. Interestingly enough, they reviewed Battlefront 2, which has just had their loot box change, and found that it does not fall under that category. The prime
Since the
offender,
change?
Since the change, yes.
Yeah,
the new Battlefront 2.
I think it's because they took out all paid loot boxes in the game.
they're back in now.
Are they back in?
Yeah, the new like paid model is back in.
Okay.
And
So
it's better, I think.
what?
I don't know.
What makes it not? What? Why isn't it? Why? How come?
They need
Not
to
sure.
review it again.
Follow the
maybe.
money. Follow the money. Follow the money.
Oh, so Belgium is paying Battlefront 2.
You can't spell Belgium. You can't spell Battlefrontium without.
There's definite letters in common there.
I have no idea.
That seems weird. That seems
I
weird
know.
that they're not like you would think that if you would consider Overwatch maybe the least offensive in terms of not having gameplay,
Mm-hmm.
you would think Battlefront 2, which does have gameplay impact. What are the criteria they are looking at?
I have no idea.
Like the countries that done it, and Belgium is one. Netherlands was the first one to do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's not so much of a video game thing. It's they have strict gambling laws to begin with. So
But why one game and not the other?
Yeah,
Like,
why
isn't it
not
strict?
Battlefront
that
2?
I'm not too
Yeah.
sure. There's talk that even like the free to play loot boxes that you can get in games like these, that those are also illegal because of how strict Belgium's gambling laws
like
are.
even if I can't put real money,
Even
into
if you
it?
can't put real money in it, yes.
Weird.
Yeah.
Weird.
I imagine they're just looking at the old iteration of Battlefront then, where they cut absolutely everything for that couple months.
No,
and now
it's supposed to be the story specifically mentions the new iteration of the Battlefront 2 loot
Oh, okay.
boxes, which is the whole reason I pulled that point is because Battlefront 2 was like the one that fucked it up, the one that went too far.
I wonder if we went and dug deeper, if they have their, like, in their release, if they have their criteria for, like, this is what makes it.
Yeah, it could even be something where, like, maybe in Battlefront 2 now, again, I do not know what the new model is. Maybe it's like you're just buying specific cards instead of getting a random box.
Because that's what the talk about it was, is that because it's random, that's what makes
that
it
could
gambling.
totally be it, actually.
Yeah, I'm really not too sure.
So yeah, all the speculation was, well, does that mean games that don't even have loot boxes, but have, like, let's say,
Packs.
Let's say Fortnite, if it didn't have microtransactions, like where you go and you open a treasure chest in Fortnite and you get random things out of it.
In the game.
In the game,
you
like
get,
in
random
the actual
guns.
game.
Oh, shit.
There's talk that because the laws in Belgium are so broadly worded that those could technically be considered loot boxes, because it is a box that you open that has random loot.
Boy.
So
That's weird.
It's going to be an interesting.
Then Fortnite is just, like, that you could trace that back to, like, single player games.
Yes, and that's exactly what they're
being
talking about.
like, oh, what if it's random chests? What if God of War didn't have preset chests and you could just find any item in any chest?
Yeah.
I imagine it's a money thing, because Overwatch, FIFA, and Counter-Strike Go, they're probably making hand over fist, but no one's spending money on Battlefront, so they don't care about it.
Well, is that the best way to do
They hit
these
the big ones.
loot boxes, is to have in-game the odds of each rarity
Yeah.
posted?
That is what I think the new, or the coming standard is you have to do that.
Right.
In some
Yeah,
territories.
there's,
And
there's
then-
countries that have it like that already.
And then I think what you do is you have random loot boxes that you get for just playing, and you can buy items for a set price.
One piece.
Yeah.
That's how I think it should be.
That'd be great. Because then if you have great quality cosmetics and people will buy them, or you can be like, or you can play this game for like 1,000 hours and maybe you'll luck out. And for a lot of people like me in Overwatch, I'll be like, oh, if I get something cool, that's kind of fucking neat.
Yeah.
But I don't,
well, yeah, it's like
I'm not going to go out and buy it.
I would, if I could go and buy specifically the Evil Knievel cape for Soldier 76 or something, I would. But if I like spend money on loot boxes to maybe get it, absolutely not.
I bought a Fast and Furious car in Rocket League.
I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to judge. And the Netherlands, which Kevin mentioned, they have a few games that they've also classified similarly. FIFA 18, Dota 2, which again all cosmetic, PUBG, which again all cosmetic, and Rocket League, the one that you bought the Fast and Furious cars for. Are there
Best
loot
purchase
boxes?
I ever made.
Loot boxes in Rocket? Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
it's
there
a
are
weird
now.
system. You get loot boxes just for playing, and then I think you have to buy keys to unlock them. But then there's also a way to get keys, and then even when you get the loot box, I think it shows you 5 things that are in the box,
You can get
and
any
you can
one of
pick
them.
a box and be like, I want to use my decryptor on the box that has this 6 things in it, and I get one thing.
Okay.
And then it does like a wheel that spins around after you pick that box, and it lands on one of the items, and then you get that item.
At least you have some control.
Yeah,
over
you can kind of
it.
narrow
Yeah.
down. Like, there was a goal explosion that I wanted, and I went and kept buying that box over and over again until I got it.
Wait, was
Not buying. Sorry, I kept using my keys on it's the ice one.
okay? If it was the dab, I was gonna. Oh boy, we would have had a
The
problem.
dab in Grim Reaper's pretty cool.
That's pretty
bro.
cool. I agree. Yeah.
And then the comment thing in Fortnite is maybe coming to a head here on. Well, it'll be today actually. April 30th is when season 4 of Fortnite starts. A big comet appeared in the sky a while ago. So I've just been playing Fortnite kind of recently, so I'm not. I didn't live this, but a big comet appeared in the sky, and everyone, oh, it's a big comet. And then I think a second one appeared, and the comet's getting bigger. And what happened? There are TVs in the game now that have like an emergency like blam,
Broadcast, yeah.
blam, blam,
The sirens.
yeah. You guys hear those? And like some big. There's like a Trojan llama that I've seen, which
Excuse me?
it's
Rewind
a Trojan llama.
So like a Trojan horse, but a llama.
Yeah,
People can go in it.
I don't know.
Like, maybe not go in it, but
It's
it
a
is
giant
built
wooden
in.
llama.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a
That's
giant, like a Trojan horse, but a llama.
Huh.
And I think someone said there's like a crab or something. I don't really know it.
It seems like, because a lot of the speculation, the early speculation at least, was that it was going to crash on
Tilted Towers.
Twisted Towers.
Twist. I think it's
Yeah,
tilted.
Either way.
Yeah.
whatever.
Twisted Tree Line,
But
Tilted
no,
Towers.
it's the speculation that it was going to crash on the last day of the 3rd season, which was last week.
I think no. Okay,
'Cause there's
we
usually a
might be
break
between
between-
seasons. Okay, I
Yeah.
see.
We're between seasons right now.
I gotcha.
So there was I read a bunch about this. There was certain places in the map where you could go and you could hear Morse code that was being clicked out in the gameplay.
Oh yeah,
Decipher it. Who deciphered it?
Somebody on Reddit deciphered it,
Love
but
a good alternate reality game.
but yeah, so the deciphered Morse code said a bunch of numbers, and some of those numbers were 04 20 something or whatever
Sure.
day
The date?
whatever date the season ended on. So everyone thought that meant that the meteor was going to crash that day. And I guess there's a spectator mode that you can go into now,
Sure.
but or sorry, replay mode.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there is. I've seen some of those.
So in the replay mode, if you go under Twisted Towers or whatever it's called, you can see in the actual map, you can see the outline with a meteor underneath the map itself.
Oh, like as though it has crashed.
As though it had already crashed, right?
Okay.
So everybody combined those, like the Morse code and the fact that the meteor is there in the game files already.
What if that? I wouldn't be surprised if that is a total red herring because everyone's like, "Oh, it's twisted. It's Tilted Towers or whatever," and they're like, "Yep, it sure is." You guys, we gotta get something in there to make them think it's the towers.
But yeah, it's like some of the speculation is now that it's just a total troll. It's totally just they put it in there, and it's just to generate buzz, and it's generated a lot of buzz.
That'd be good shit. The meteors have started landing. The meteors are now falling out of the sky, and
Kill motherfuckers.
I think I haven't seen them kill anybody. I've seen them I think I've seen them break walls and stuff. It looks like they can kill people. And current speculation is that this is like the season 4 the cosmetics are going to be vaguely space or no, they were space themed, and maybe I think it's like a superhero, maybe like Comet Man. It's not a comet, it's a superhero flying to save us from Earth or from whatever. One comet is a comet and the other comet is Comet Man or whatever the fuck his name is.
Okay.
So it sounds like it might be a thing to launch their next season of cosmetics.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, the more I read about it and the more I hear about it, it's just genius.
Yeah, no,
Because
totally.
people talking.
Yeah.
Because not enough people are talking about Fortnite.
That's very true.
I don't even play the game, and I'm interested to hear what happens with this meteor.
Sure.
Everyone loves a good, like, archaic, nonsense fucking video game riddle
Especially-
that might be nothing.
Especially on a free-to-play game where everyone is, like, subjected to it. So
Yeah.
everyone can talk about it.
Yeah. I mean, Drake's playing it. You can't escape.
Is he still playing it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably not.
The last story I have this week is that Nintendo sent out weirdly enough, they sent a press release from the E3 mail list we were on from 8 years ago saying, hey, we're going to have the Smash on Switch at E3. You should come.
Remember that thing you guys still don't know if it's a new game or a port?
It's going to be there. You should check it out. And that's it. So I guess we'll find out at E3. There's a tournament, I guess, at E3.
Yeah. When's E3?
June
Oh, that's soon.
9. Ooh. The weekend after Lake Trip, I think.
Okay.
Or like it overlaps that week somehow. That is all the... Or
I still
all
think
the,
that's where did everyone fall on new game versus port on that?
New game.
New game?
New
I'm
game.
still port. No, I think nobody... I know that basically nobody bought a Wii U, so I think there's a huge market for that Smash Brothers.
Sure. Do you think at all that we've gone so far from when that happened and they haven't clarified makes it seem more likely that it is not a port?
I think they want it to seem like it's not a port.
Because they have to know, if they have like analysts and shit looking at public perception, they have to know that right now, if it is a port, it is not going to go over well because of how they fronted it.
It is going to be the biggest...
Everyone's going to be like, oh!
I think they might.
got us.
I think they might do a port, but I think they might also announce like 12 new characters, or like really blow the roster out in some
Sure.
way.
Like a 0.5 sequel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Same engine and like same base shit, and like here's some new maps and some new items.
There's
and,
already like 50 characters in the
I
first.
know.
Yeah,
and
there's
a lot.
way too
There's
many.
too many.
For
they
sure.
started getting when
I
they
wish
got to
there
Ryu,
was.
they
I wish
kinda
there
got
was
away from me.
less characters, and they just got rid of all the like mirror characters.
I wish there were. Yes, I super wish that because that makes me crazy.
That there's like 6 guys that I'm like,
Yeah.
I play enough of this game that I should know all your move sets, but I get them all mixed up because you're all such similar characters.
Well, like Marth and Lady Marth. What's
yeah.
Lady Marth's name?
Lucina.
They're identical.
Yep.
They are literally just a palette swap, but they're 2 separate characters
Yeah.
on the fucking thing.
Fox, Falco.
They are a little
Mara,
different. Fox and
Wolf.
Falco have all. They are all they have different
Yeah.
blasters. They have
Yeah,
different
but
Blasters.
is
And
that
different
enough?
shields too. Yeah.
kind of no.
'Cause
Fox,
if you're-
Fox
'cause
and
if you're-
Falco are different enough.
If you're saying Fox and Falco are different enough, then there's actually a lot of those characters that are different enough.
Falco is very fast. Fox
Yeah.
is kind of slow comparatively. Lucina and Marth are identical.
Yes,
are they
but
not?
that
Like,
might be the
move for move.
only example that is not, because the ones I'm talking like Dark Pit and Pit are I don't want
not
I
identical?
don't want no they're
Couple.
there's significant differences.
Okay.
But I just even from a like I don't want 2 pits. I just want
Not
I
even-
would love if you had like a 30-man roster and they were all clearly different characters.
Yeah.
Not like, well, this is a character without the helmet on, and this is
Toon
the
Link.
Toon version of this character. Yeah,
Yeah, the links are a great example of like
Yeah.
all the links are kind of the same.
yeah, but they are all
little
different
little
in the
different.
in the Fox Falco way.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm with you.
I do like the Toon Link bomb explosions.
I like the way
Spiraling.
Toon Link looks. Absolutely.
Maybe we only need Toon Link.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for years.
But we could just
No,
call
I think-
him Link
I
if
think
we
but-
got rid of
But
the
we
other
need
one.
Breath of the Wild Link.
Linkle.
Yeah.
Fuck it. All we need is Linkle.
We will. I think we get Breath of the Wild Link. Didn't we see him?
Yeah.
People
Ish.
think it is.
And they get rid of
That's-
all other links.
That's why Bryce thinks it's a new game because we saw one new character. Bryce doesn't think they won't add a 4th identical Link.
That's ridiculous.
I think he's crazy. Of course they will. Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address where you can join us here on the show, or you can drop these on the subreddit r/talkingreckless, like our good friends, regular show contributor. A bit of a long one from Senrin Kaguru Weeb. Is it fine to say Weeb? Is that a okay word?
Yeah, my supervisor's last name is Weeb.
Steve Weeby's last name has Weeb in it.
Sure.
All right.
In the right context.
Sure. He said he or she. I will not assume gender, but I think I know that Cinnamon is a he. Says, "Hey, Talking Reckless crew, just wanted to ask, what small moment in a video game caused a massively emotional reaction to you? Personally, for me, it was a quest in Nier Automata. None of us have played Nier Automata, so I'm gonna kind of skip sort of most of this. Yeah, killed. Here's the part. Here's the reason I pulled this email and the part that resonated with me. He gets upset with an NPC and says he pissed me off so much that I slashed the NPC to be shocked that it actually killed him. No respawns either. I thought this quest was just a stupid collect whatever it is and end with me getting my emotion thrown for a loop. Sort of a long-worded email. It wasn't that long-worded.
No, yeah, it's
Short-worded
down
it.
for you.
One of the reasons I pulled this email was because a exact same thing to me the first time we were playing Dark Souls. It turns out you can kill any NPC pretty much in the game and just totally fuck yourself if you want. And someone was like, "No, you should attack that guy." I'm like, "Okay, I've played video games. If he's a key component of the game, it won't let me kill him. I know how games work."
Turns out you don't know how games work.
I don't know how games
Was
work.
that an emotional response, or was that
That
just
was
oh, I fucked myself?
Fucking God, motherfucker. Yeah, totally. And anything in God of War. All of God of War 4.
It's
Is
not.
ti-
It's
ti-
4.
Well, God of War 2018.
Sure.
Yeah, little things giving me
What do you
emotional.
name God of War 5?
God of War 2019? God of War 2021, probably.
Okay.
God of War 2.
Just reset it.
Yeah.
I'd call it God of War 4 too.
I have a lot.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
Ooh, good.
I have.
Kevin was poo-pooing this email when I pulled it.
But hey, you poo-pooed it because you thought we had it before, and I am going to say these. Not entirely sure I haven't said them before. But
Time's a flat circle.
Morton Solus.
I am the very model of a scientist. So that one?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, no, not that exact moment, but
okay.
that exact Solarian.
I'll take that one.
Yeah. His couldn't be anyone else.
Had to be me.
Had to be me.
Somebody
Yep.
else might have gotten it wrong.
Yep. That's great. I thought about. I probably wouldn't have had this answer.
With the death of Thane. Well, we're talking about Mass Effect 3.
I didn't have the emotional connection with
No,
him
okay.
that you did.
Yeah, you were a man shepherd, of course.
To
Red.
put it succinctly, I think you guys were fucking.
Yeah.
which probably contributed to that.
Yeah, that's my fish man.
I only fuck robots.
Excuse me.
I only thought about this because we played A Way Out lately, but the shoe drop moment in Brothers, I remember was like,
Oh man.
shit, I don't feel good.
Coupled with the like mechanical change that it brought.
Yes,
it was
all
literally
together.
like losing half of yourself in a way.
Your hand.
Yeah, it's very powerful.
And A Way Out has a similar, maybe not quite as well done moment.
How about Gone Home? Did you play
Gone Home didn't do it for me.
Just bounced off you.
Yeah,
That iron
no,
heart.
I really liked Gone Home as a video game. The ending, like what is your moment there?
When
like
you-
it ends up being everything was okay.
Yeah, that for
Yeah.
me that was it. When you find you're like,
Sure.
oh, this is like a happy story.
Yeah.
Oh shit, this is not this horrible like I thought I was solving a murder for most of this.
No, totally. I thought I was coming up to a suicide.
Actually,
Is what-
so did I.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh,
Which I guess
huh.
I think you're supposed to feel what you felt and be
Yes.
like, oh, that's nice and this is happy. And instead, I felt like, oh,
I wanted to see
okay.
the dead girl.
Yeah, like it was almost I wanted to see the dead girl without wanting to actually say that, but it was just like, oh, I thought that was the right end to this story.
We know what you wanted.
Yeah. What else? There's been a lot of stuff recently that's been Walking Dead had a few. Duck. Yeah. Duck with
There's some good
the
ones.
death
in
of
Walking
Duck.
Dead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some really good ones. You guys have any?
Never cried
After seeing
You've never cried
in my life. No.
A game has never brought
Video game has never made me cry.
the opening. Sorry to cut you off, Bryce. The opening of Last of Us.
That's a good one.
That one got me at the time.
We talked
I'm sure.
about this
I know.
a few months ago. I think.
I always talk about the opening of Last of Us
Yeah.
when one of these comes up, but that is the one that like, man,
Yeah,
I
that was real
can't.
close.
I get misty eyed every time,
Yeah,
every fucking time.
Even the end of Last of Us.
What about you, stone-hearted hearts of stone?
There were multiple times in Subnautica where I was like,
the dong clops. No.
got some serious feels going on.
Really?
Yeah,
Like, give me an example.
like when I was going up the escalator to get onto the rocket ship at the end of the game.
Just like how far we've come.
Yeah, like just this.
Sad
is
to see this game go, kind of.
the culmination of all of our struggles, and I got the chills when I was finishing that game.
Yeah.
That means it's a fucking great game.
It's working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a part about the end of the Subnautica stream when you get off the planet where I thought maybe you were about to crash back into
So
the
did I.
planet and
So
play
did
for
I.
another
Absolutely.
6 hours. Where I'm like, oh no.
Like if I didn't see the achievement pop up as soon as we sat in the driver's seat there,
Yeah.
like I would have been legitimately worried that oh fuck, this is all just a troll. The game is fucking with me and we're just gonna die.
I wanted the end of that game to be you can't make it off the planet. It's just sad that you die no matter what.
Yeah.
That would have been money. Bryce, do you ever feel things?
I do, after watching O&A play a couple weeks ago, they dabbled in Transistor, and that game gave me the feels right at the end.
Really?
If anyone had played through that one.
I've never seen the end. I've played the beginning.
That's good because Bastion did it for me too.
Yeah.
The end of decision story or the end of story decision in Bastion resonated me in a very powerful way.
What wasn't it like this?
It was basically like you can live and be this hero and find meaning and have everyone be like, oh, you did it. We're all friends. We're all getting out of here. We're all going to live together. But everyone else, we can't save the world if we do this. We're either going to stick together and kind of be criminals, not criminals, but not do the visibly right thing. But we're going to be together and we just got through this. Or
The few at the expense of the many.
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, man, I want my buddies and me to hang out and stay together, and oh boy, do I feel like shit, but I'm not gonna do it.
Had a tough decision to make.
No.
Yeah,
Sorry to interrupt.
Transistor was great.
Yeah.
Play through.
What? I'm never gonna. You can just.
Okay.
You can tell me.
Spoilers.
It's okay. Sure.
It loops all the way back around to the very beginning when you pull the sword out of the dude and then you start walking around as Red.
It's talking to you.
Yeah. After you get vengeance on all the people who started the corporation and made the disease or virus that infects the world.
Bunch of dicks.
Yep. Your sword can start recreating the universe. You just walk up to the blank white slates and make whatever you want.
Oh.
So from the final boss fight, she walks towards the very beginning of the game. She makes statues of herself and the sword person walks towards the corpse of boyfriend
okay, yeah,
and
wow.
kills herself.
Oh.
Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be like brings him back to life.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah, she has power to create the universe, do whatever she wants, and just nope. And then, but they're together in the sword afterwards, so that's nice.
I'm like getting the chills just hearing that.
That sounds like a really good ending to a video game.
Yeah.
Fucked. Oh shit! I had one. It's gone. Fuck! Oh, it was right there.
If you get away from, I
Yeah.
feel like I shouldn't even say it because I say it every podcast. But BioShock had a
Yeah.
very good.
I was. It
moment.
was from. I'm trying to think of like little. I'm trying to think of things that aren't like the twist
The
at the end,
twist
the
in
big
BioShock,
thing.
yeah.
For like when CCR plays a BioShock, when you hear "Fortunate Son,"
Yep.
and you're just like, it's like. It
Something-
feels
something is
real all of a
going
sudden.
on,
Yeah, you're just
yeah.
like, oh shit! The context of this, it could take. Our metaverse could be.
Yeah, because you don't even know about tears at that
Man.
point. You don't know about the fact that that game deals in like parallel dimensions or a
Yeah.
multiverse theory, and it's just you are in this setting that is old.
It's like
I think it's
30s.
1930s,
Yeah.
yeah, maybe even earlier. Yeah,
before.
It
You're
was
right. It is
longer.
earlier.
It's
way
like
earlier.
1910s, I think.
Yeah. When were people racist against the Irish? That's when it was.
To this date.
You hear. Brother.
And then all of a sudden, yeah, you start hearing this song, and you're like, oh, it's a fucking good song. And then, wait, yeah,
And he's like, I've never heard this song before. And you're like, oh, I have.
yeah.
Like,
what? It's so good.
they're making another Bioshock. Did we ever talk about that in
we
the
did.
news? Okay,
We talked
great.
about that last week.
Ken Levine
No, it's
salted
gotta be
the earth. Ken
Yeah.
Levine salted the earth. They're fucked. They can't.
Yeah.
There's no way it's good.
He was perfect. He had the perfect ending where he's like, you can make the best game in the world, but it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah, he knew what he
Yeah.
knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
He's like, this is the last one.
I've gone as big as you can go.
Yeah.
You can only go tiny now.
In space.
It's true.
And I love space. Harambe wrote in, regular-sized Harambe, not our friend BDH. The other Harambe says, with the growth of the gaming industry, the cost of producing high-quality games has gone... this was probably supposed to say, has gone up a tremendous amount, and it seems like we often look for innovation and new games from indie developers. My question is, where are some quirky games / genres that have disappeared, and what video game studio would you trust to revive it? Where is our black and white remake? What the fuck? How many years have we been doing this podcast? Close to 11 now? I've been saying it ever since. What happened to the God game genre?
It's never going to happen.
What happened to the God game genre? Like,
Maybe it was never good.
it was popular.
It's pretty much what it is.
It might not have been good, but
What
it was,
your VR stuff? Like that one of the first like demo things you showed
Oh,
me.
yeah, where you grab the fucking
you're the
planes.
god of the airport.
yeah, that's all
Yeah, all
Oh,
those
I
city
remember
building
doing
games
all
you
the
play. You're the
loops.
That was
god
so
of the
much
city
fun.
building game.
where. Oh, speaking of BDH, where is the like? Where's the Populous? Where's the black and white?
Yeah.
You know, the black and white one and Populous 2, and I don't think this was just like a young me, were incredibly popular at the time. And I don't know how well Fable did, but probably some of Peter Molyneux's best-selling work, because the man's kind of a psycho. And we just like, we've seen like a few half-assed attempts. We've seen like Goddess. What else?
I don't like God games. So
No?
no.
Not even like...
Played The Sims
Have you-
busting out a little bit, but that was the last one.
Black and white, you were literally like in the story.
Sure.
You were literally you were a god. The people worshipped you.
Yep.
You interacted with them with just your hand, which was fucking awesome. You could pick them up and throw them.
Mm-hmm.
And it like, you know, gods can only exist where people believe in them. So it's about expanding your belief into other gods' territories. And there's kind of never been anything like it since. What about you guys?
Whatever
I wish
happened to board game video
Oh
games
my God, that
in
was
cereal
mine.
boxes?
In cereal boxes?
Yeah. Those like
You went
the Monopoly,
you went an
the
important
roller
step
coaster.
farther than me, but
was that actually a thing?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I just was talking about board games I could play on my Xbox.
But no, the ones you get in the cereal box, they're fantastic. Not fantastic, but
yeah, they're pretty
they ate up your time.
People, it turns out, like to play real board games now. We have whole cafes devoted
That's
to like
true.
going and
It's
hanging out and
ridiculous.
playing.
Yeah, but I can't play those with you when you're across the city.
It's true.
We
I don't think you
play-
can play those cereal box ones with me either.
We should be able to play a game of Monopoly together.
There's a
can,
way on
yeah.
Xbox Live. I think it's like
Yeah.
$40 on Xbox Live, but we could
Jesus.
do it I don't know, Uno on the
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, there's
the
actually a
camera.
lot of video game versions of big board games.
Yeah.
Well,
There's supposed to be a very good Carcassonne, a very good digital Carcassonne just came out not all that long ago.
$10.
I like when they make rhythm games that aren't just rhythm games, like have really good rhythm elements to them.
Like,
Well,
you
like
mean
not even just rhythm, but like beat based, like
Thumper? Is that kind of what you're getting at?
kind of Thumper, but Thumper's almost too much of a common rhythm game where
Yeah.
the track's coming and everything. I'm more talking about like ones where you'd like push buttons to a music to move through the game, like
Audio surf.
Sure. Or what's that one where the you had like
Kick beat.
not kick. I played a lot of
Your
kick
game
beat.
of the year, Kick
Yeah,
beat.
I played a lot of kick beat. There was one where there's people coming from both sides.
Kick beat.
No. And it was like, there was in fall the fall game. There was a similar thing pulled right out of there where it was like, you push right to hit the guy on the right when he got to you, and left to hit the guy on the left when he got to you. But if there was a guy who was blue, they needed a double tap, and if there was a guy who was red, he would jump to the other side of you when you touched left, and then you'd have to touch right again. And then they come in like a bunch of waves. And then if you put that to music, you know what you got? Kick beat.
Oh, there was a game on the Wii. Raving Rabbids had
Something like that.
a rhythm mode where you had to tap, had to fucking nobody could do it. We always used to. So when the Wii came out, it was like, oh, let's all get drunk and play whatever weird Wii game we want.
Yeah.
And we always, because it's so loud and was talking, is with the music off, you couldn't fucking do it.
Right.
And then we realized the secret was like, oh no, you just listen to the music and like kind of move your hands to the beat.
Oh.
Like, I don't even know if this is a game. What I'm picturing is a game that's come out.
I think it's Kick
Or if
Beat.
it's a
You're
game-
describing
No,
Kick
no.
Beat to me.
Crypt of
But
the
like
Necro
what-
Dancer?
Imagine, kind of like that.
That's a good one.
Imagine,
Those are really good ones.
imagine like a driving sequence in an action game. All right.
Okay.
And the reflexes you need to make are too fast for you to make them by sight.
You need the sound.
You need the beat.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So it can be like the game would present itself in a way that you would know what meant go left, what meant go right, and then you would just fucking like fly through this course by knowing the beat.
At some
even
point,
though-
you're closing your eyes.
yeah, and you can get through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I want. But I want a whole game based on that, and some of it's driving, some of it's fighting, some of it's
Okay.
like
Well, yeah. What you're doing
you know what I
kind of
want?
wouldn't matter.
You know what I want? I want Baby Driver the game.
I still haven't seen the movie.
Fuck.
I should. People keep telling me I should. One day.
I keep hearing really mixed reactions about it now that it's been out for a while.
It's a.
I think it's just the Kevin Spacey factor that's ruining it.
Yeah,
he's
a
in
lot
it?
of people
Yeah.
don't like that. Yeah, and there are some very tropey, I think intentionally tropey, like 50s corny acting sequences where it's like
Pants real high.
almost like Grease,
Yeah.
like two people out of Grease, where it's like, oh, it doesn't matter if you get shot in the head because we love each other.
The power of
Yeah.
friendship.
Yeah,
Anyone else got any?
I want that game I just made.
Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Someone's making one.
That's exciting.
It feels like
It
there's-
came out. I think
There was
Parkitect.
no.
If that's
it's-
not a thing, that should be just based on the name.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was called, but I'm pretty sure like
Planet Coaster.
Planet Coaster. Yeah, that came out like maybe a year ago or 2016.
2016, yeah.
But yeah, that was basically exactly Roller Coaster Tycoon.
It feels like there's
Was it
been a
good?
lot of theme park.
I mean, it's just like Roller Coaster Tycoon.
No,
so
fair.
I like Roller Coaster Tycoon. I don't like Planet Coaster because
Oh,
Planet
okay.
Coaster is like, at least when I played it, it's like sandboxy. Like, just have fun and make your cool theme park that looks awesome. Whereas I want like,
Goals.
yeah,
and, like,
you need enough money to pay your employee. Like, you're gonna fail if you don't do this stuff properly.
Right.
Like, I like to have my theme
But I mean,
games
that was
against
that
me.
was another one of those ones that came out early access, and it was just the
been worked
sandbox
on, yeah.
version, right? So
Could be different.
I'm
now.
sure it's way different. Now.
I remember, I can't even remember which one it was. We're playing Roller Coaster Tycoon on my computer when I was like in elementary school, and it being like the thing I poured the most hours into. And it was like, it was like you would start, and all it would be, what it would set you up in this big grassy area, and you
Yep.
had like a gate,
That was it.
and that was it. And then it's like the only thing that you could afford, and it like tutorializes you, is the Ferris wheel.
Yep.
And then you just had to sit there and watch people ride the Ferris wheel for a while, and then eventually you'd be like, "Fuck yeah! Now I can afford a ball pit."
There's a new theme hospital coming out.
Ooh.
I think it's called Hospital Point or something like that. From the makers of Theme Hospital, apparently.
Oh, that sounds morbid in a way I don't want to play.
It's
It's like design this
hilarious.
place where people are dying.
I mean,
but
they're
they're like,
pixel people. You don't have to
Yeah.
feel bad if they die.
and they have like
Okay.
fun like big head disease, and you need to like puncture their big head because they're just like
I'm in.
yeah, it's all like goofy
That
stuff.
sounds all right.
Um,
People probably died in my roller coaster tycoon. theme
almost,
park.
almost certainly.
Most definitely,
Yeah,
yes.
almost certainly.
Especially since you probably made a roller coaster that went straight up and shot off the
There
tracks.
was like
and
there was a template that it would start you with, and it was like a accelerator, and then a loop, and then a ramp, and then it ended at nothing. And it was like, hey, now build this and finish it.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, no, I'm not gonna build it. I want to see it flying off that thing.
Bryce, do you have any like long lost genres that you'd love to see come back?
Board games.
Board games,
Just-
and cereal
that's
boxes,
your
and
one?
roller coaster tycoon.
Board games and cereal box. Okay, all right.
That's all I got.
Did we hit everybody here?
Yep.
not really. I mean, the only thing I can really think of is like
Old
OG
RPGs.
RPGs, but I mean,
Wow.
even like Persona 5 kind of did that, and I don't know, it was too much.
I just don't have the time.
Yeah.
That's
Any-
exactly
to play
what it
even
is,
a single
right?
one of those in a year. I don't have the time.
Nah, gaming has changed. Gaming has changed.
I wouldn't be, as someone who doesn't play a lot of XCOM or Mario versus Rabbids, whatever that
Tactical,
was, to the
grid-based.
tactical. Yeah, I'm always would be fine with them taking that system and putting all sorts of different skins on it.
Yeah.
Splinter Cell Conviction. Let's do another Splinter Cell in the vein of Conviction. That one where they like it was kind of not about stealth. It was a little bit about stealth, but it was more about marking everyone in the room, and then your buddy marks everyone, and you say do it, and you both go pew, 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 and everyone's dead. That was real fun.
And arcade sports games. There
Yeah,
should be more arcadey
yes.
sports games.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Where like
They're all sports
Whatever
games
happened?
are
Why-
simulation now.
I mean,
and
Rocket League is totally an arcade sport
yeah,
game.
but I mean, like, I want NHL Hits 2017
I want a
instead
new
of
jam,
as a
man.
beside to NHL 17 because I really like NHL games too. But I want they put the kind of arcadey mode in the most recent NHL. And
Just
it's
as
pretty
like
fun.
a little
It's
add-in?
3-on-3, much faster players,
That's
and
alright.
like weird stuff where it's like it shows you the lineup of pucks. And it's like, this is the puck you're on. It's worth 2 goals. The puck after it's worth 3. The puck after it's worth 1.
this buck's on fire.
Yeah.
The jam. Where?
yeah,
why-
it's been like what? It was like 2011 that last Jam came out.
I don't know. The on fire edition
Yeah.
was even earlier than that.
Oh, was it earlier than that?
Yeah. Yeah, I'd love a new jam. Even just give me the on fire edition again, not on the PS3.
Yeah.
And remember Blur? Was Blur the one that where it was like Mario Kart, but it was real cars and the whole like the world was collapsing around
Was
you?
that Blur? Or was that Split/Second?
That might I might be thinking of both games.
I
and
always get
combining
them mixed up. But yeah, I know what you mean. Where you're
Yeah.
like drive under the bridge and press X to blow the bridge up
Yeah.
behind you so that it
And
fucks
like
everybody
the first
else.
time you play that course is like unbelievable, and then it just gets repetitive every time. But
One last thought. Twisted Metal. Let's have a good new car combat.
I'm a vigilante guy.
Okay. Oh, we have Vigilante 8-second
Yeah.
offense.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
brother,
yeah.
you could
Yeah.
infinitely fly if you had the.
Fucking Route, what's that? Route 60. It's not 66. Route 69.
Yeah.
It's probably
Probably
9.
Probably
Yeah.
Route 69.
You blew up the sign in Arizona, and then that meteor would fall into the crater,
Yeah, and
and
there
if
was
you
a
shot
big
at the
fucking ant in it.
ant would come out. Yes. Car combat. Let's do a fun. Like I'm sort of surprised Rocket League hasn't spun out into its own.
That kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. 100 sweet tooths drop onto an island.
Oh yes.
You have to take the ski lift to the top in your car.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Podcast at talkingreckless.com is an email address. Please join us on the show. Thanks so much to Senran and Harambe who wrote on this week. Listen to our brother show, The Sat Pod. That's with Brandon Lynch and Warren Barris.
Yeah, I'm not on it very often anymore because it goes on while I'm working.
That's with current Talking Reckless undisputed champion Brandon Lynch.
That's right.
Who? Where's the belt?
Well,
Again.
okay, so
This is third week.
it's tough because I'm filling in for people and
It's
they
true.
were supposed to be
Here's
here.
a
All right,
late edition today.
We'll give you this
The
one.
first two, I have no excuse. The first one, it was I got here and people said it, and I was like, "Oh shit, am I supposed to do that? I've never been the champ before." And then
No.
the second one, I forgot.
The excuse is, fuck you, I do what I want with my
That's right.
Yeah,
championship.
that is true.
It's
sitting on the mantle.
Well, yeah, it's upstairs on the shoulders of the Reckless Rabbits.
Spit shining
hanging on
every
to it
day.
for you. You can follow the show on Twitter if you want. Talk Reckless Pod on there. The streams, what do we got going on this week? I don't know. I'm probably on, if you're listening live, I will have probably been on all weekend. O&A are on Mondays playing Heavy Rain, I believe. I think this is the week. I think this is a Heavy Rain
this
week.
is where they start, yeah.
I don't know how they're going to... Is Heavy Rain playable on the PS4?
Oh, it might be.
It must be.
Yeah.
If they're going to stream it, it must be. Okay. Yeah, they're going to play Heavy Rain.
Otherwise, get those component cables from them.
Well, yeah, they don't have a capture card, so I don't know. Dangles will be on Thursday with We Are Not Sure What
Yeah,
Yet.
who knows
some
at this
new game.
point? Something.
And I will be on every day in between, probably just playing... Well, we're going to finish Dark Souls, I imagine, and then probably move on to Neo. Maybe. Ooh. We'll see.
Fucking Neo.
Yeah, I don't...
There's something about that game.
I might buy it again on PC just for ease of doing things, but like, do I want to buy this game I haven't played once, twice? No, I don't know. All that is going to be on the Twitch channel. It's Talking Reckless Podcast on Twitch if you want to hang out there. We're hitting that thing hard these days. That is how we support this podcast now. We don't do Patreon. We don't have ads. We don't do any of that shit. If you want to support the show, just hit us up on Twitch. Come hang out. Come chat. That's all you gotta do. Bryce.
Oh, hello.
Thank you so much for joining us. For doing the things.
Yeah.
Imagine the music in your headphones.
Woo.
Kevin Barr. We have to yell because the music's playing. Thanks for being here, Kevin.
Okay, thank you very much.
What?
Huh?
I said thank you very much.
Brandon Lynch. Thank you. And you at home. Thank you as well for joining us. We're going to see here. It's going to be exactly 1 week from today. It'll be 224 of the Talking Reckless podcast. We'll see you then. And cuts. Cut the recording. Roll tape.
Cut it all.
Great job, everybody.
Burn this fucker to the ground.
When I said I didn't want to do an hour and a half show, we didn't do an hour and a half show.
What do we do?
An hour 36.
An hour and 25 minutes.
It was like two hours and a bit.
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
minus
Jesus.
break.
That was totally... No, when I came in and was saying, like, we've sort of fallen into this format that I want to break out of, we fucking totally did.
Good.
100%. Well done, boys.
It's important
Damn
to
it.
find some spots to squeeze in some random bullshit in between the video games.
It's what
There,
we've lost.
was plenty of bullshit.
It's honestly what we've lost over the years. At some point, we became all business.
Yeah, we're a serious podcast.
We are a serious
We gotta
podcast.
keep our cred.
That's true.
We do have a lot of cred.
It's
A
true.
lot of
Are we
cred.
still on TV?
Yeah, Twitch is still on. You got something you want to
please.
say off air?
Yes.
you want to shut this thing down so you can say some
It
slurs?
is no,
or-
it is something that I want to say that I don't want people to hold it to.
Oh, okay, I got
Oh.
you. I think we're... I don't know. Maybe I might go home and play Fortnite with Warren, and we'll see what happens. So the stream might turn back on in like half an hour. So we'll see. We'll see in a bit if I see you.
Woo!
I don't know. I'm tired, but we'll see. We'll see how everyone get home. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Watcher, Jammies, everybody in the chat. Senrin, Harambe, thanks for writing in, folks. Second, I hope you enjoyed your first podcast. We will see you all very soon. Cheers. Sweet.
Yar. How's the yar emoji coming along?